city's biggest conversation.
The power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Citi 97.3. Accra.
Glory and power be unto the Ancient of Days. From every nation, all of creation, bow before the Ancient of Days. Every tongue in heaven and earth shall declare your glory. Every knee shall bow at your throne. In worship you will be exalted, O God, and your kingdom shall not pass away, O Ancient of Days. Oh, blessing and honor, glory and power be unto the Ancient of Days. From every nation, all of creation, Lord divine, bow before the Ancient of Days. Every tongue in heaven and earth shall declare your glory. Every knee shall bow at your throne. My Lord, in worship you will be exalted.
And if there's one song that defines the man, is this one. It's a fantastic tribute to the greatness of our Lord. Ron Kenoli passed away yesterday at the ripe old age of 81, and all of Christendom not necessarily mourning but celebrating his accomplishments using the power of music. And what lesson do we pick from his life? He is the Ancient of Days. Blessing and honor, glory and power be unto the Ancient of Days. Every knee shall bow at your throne and worship. You will be exalted, O God, and your kingdom shall reign over all the earth, O Ancient of Days. And his kingdom is characterized by righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Spirit. So the question to you, where you are, do you establish and insist on righteousness? The right thing must be done. in spite of the consequences. As some say, let justice be done, though the heavens fall. That's our mandate in every space we find ourselves, to establish righteousness as government and media, as teachers and doctors, as drivers, mates, and all the people who occupy various spaces. Let righteousness prevail. Use the power that you've been given to right the wrong. I like how Wesley Girls put it. It says, live pure, speak true, right wrong, follow the king. It's a great way to live your life. Business Sense brought to you by APSA. So what chapter are you in the 2026 story?
With our hands clapped.
Is it the chapter of new plans, fresh starts, finally saying yes to the things you've been putting off? With APSA, we're supporting you every step with tailored banking and finance solutions like loans, credit cards, and digital banking that helps you save, plan ahead, and take control of life's big and small moments. So whatever chapter you're on this year, let's end it in a yes with APSA. Your story matters. Starting off the show with the news review segment with Godfred and Caleb, supported by Total Energies, who have slashed drastically the prices of your favorite lubricants. The Quartz 9000 SA 5W40 now going for just 107.50, down from 118. Your 4-liter Rubia Fleet HD 400 15W20 is now 72.50, down from 80 CDs. Same for your Quartz 9000 Future 0W20 is now a paltry 134, down from 148. These are Total Energies prices. Choose Total Energies, choose quality. Segment is also brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Switch to us today and enjoy amazing benefits like lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, and personalized financial support and smiles that last. It's time to switch and smile wilder with Fidelity Bank. Contact 0800 003 355. We are on social media at Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. So on a morning like this, I say good morning to my colleagues, Godfred and Caleb.
Good morning,
Good
brother.
morning, brother.
And I must quickly say a good morning and a big thank you to Ghana Water.
Okay.
Oh, what happened? Oh, yesterday.
Yes, after I complained about the best pipe and the delays.
Yeah.
Yes, they finally resolved the matter. So,
God.
Mutawa Kilu,
Carlos.
MD, thank you very much.
So
and
the,
also,
the leakage has stopped.
yes, my MC also got to the scene apparently.
Nice one.
So,
What about the
Mr.
water bill?
George Kwakwalote, that will come later, but we'll see.
No, this is good.
So,
Yeah.
Mr. Kwakwalote, also thank you very much.
Wonderful.
When I went there, they had done everything.
I would have loved them to also give us a number that people can call to report faults.
Yes, particularly best pipe. Because there are a lot of best pipe
Yeah.
incidents.
So maybe tell them to WhatsApp you the
the number
so we can
that we
announce
can
it.
all
because
use
we
for
cannot
best
we
pipes.
can't be
All
announcing
the
best
time.
pipes every morning.
Yes.
This is just an example that they listen. So
Yes.
please give us the number. But I'd like to thank you for your persistence. It's been a big story.
Thank you.
Caleb, what do you have for me this
So,
morning?
Bernard, the Ghanaian publisher leads with minority leader demanding action on national issues, and Ghana loses $170 million in oil revenue. Natoshi is calling for unity and congratulating Dr. Baumia on his victory.
Front page of the Daily Graphic: 60% businesses dodge VAT. GRA unveils compliance task force. There's a photo of a very stern-looking Anthony Kwesi Sapon on the front page of the paper. Government to rename Kotoka International Airport. Estiana host landlords. Majority leader discloses. President orders probe into alleged scholarship corruption.
So the news center leads with MTN's $2 million coding investment. It's promising to boost youth employment opportunities, and cocoa farmers are threatening demo over unpaid cocoa board arrears. And EcoBank State Housing Corporation roll out affordable mortgage plan.
Front page of the Daily Guide: Otunfo goes on vacation. SkyTrain witness accused of saving own skin. And on the anti-LGBTQ bill, NDC makes U-turn according to the minority.
Ghanaian Times at World Government Summit 2026, Africa deserves a seat at global table. This is President Mahama. The bill to rename Kotoka International Airport is here as well, and IGP announces major reshuffle at top level of police service.
Front page of the Insight, this newspaper: farmers cry foul over unpaid compensation on Konongo bypass project. Also on the front page of the paper, 2,000 public sector workers to get salary backlog after verification. And Bola Taxi and Tricycle Association swears in new executives to boost waste management. They should disband this association. Why? They should disband it.
They should just regulate
Is that
them better.
Boboyana?
Bola Taxi.
There are places they go that no big truck can come to, so I don't even see your problem. Let's come to another story. Don't
The
mind.
Chronicle this morning on Pandai judgment. Sahin salutes Supreme Court judges. That's the minority leader. And most of you don't speak the truth. This is Bagbin telling MPs. Natosh is here as well. Kotika renaming is also here.
Front page of the publisher, marking on the front page. Bring the jobs you promised. A minority leader chases government. Mighty 87 show by Umia Lab. We have a name for them now. Mighty 87, and they are here in the photo with him.
Okay, so the Accra Times has tragic and painful loss of a student. Never again should it happen. Dean of Students, Unimac here. And then also Upper West Economic Development, Mahama Bagbin Committed, launched a Share Park resource hub. I think this came a bit earlier. There's an interesting photo here. My father-in-law is on the front page of the Accra Times. And AH chapter of Full Gospel Businessman Fellowship inaugurated. Dr. Sen Jampol inducted. Yeah.
Front page of the Daily Gist newspaper. On the NDC presidential, this is a story that we've dealt with previously. Mahama threatens ministers with dismissal. Gifty Owaris lawyer runs to Supreme Court over witness statements.
Right.
And MIF audit crisis deepens.
The Custodian is my final paper. NPP's major battle is to win back trust of Ghanaians. This is upon Kuma. Minority leader demands helicopter crash, US visa ban probe, and majority leader outlines legislative agenda for the second session. And external auditor sacked over MIF audit crisis.
Front page of the BNFT from me, Bernard. Don't renew expiring mining leases. IEA tells government. TCD assures global buyers of cashew quality for 2026 season. And there's an interesting feature here, Bernard. He made so much money. Why is he struggling in retirement?
Who is this?
I'll give you details.
Let's go online. CitiNewsroom.com. Mohammed's pen is dripping to assent anti-LGBTQ bill. This is Roxanne Nelson, the Afia Mekpo. The World Bank says our lengthy port clearance times a drag on Ghana's trade. Meanwhile, the Vice President says Ghana is ready to manufacture, not just import. The minority leader opposes renaming of Kotoka International Airport. And the Buffer Stock CEO says he will avoid mistakes of his predecessors. Also, the President has ordered a probe into alleged paid overseas scholarships. All these stories on citynewsroomonline.com. If you go to Channel 1 News, reopen cocoa buying season, young farmers to government. So there are many groups. So there are young farmers and there are old farmers. This is the young farmers talking. There's a tragic story from Ewutu Senya West. Excavator operator shot dead by armed assailants. FDA is urging the public report eateries without valid hygiene permits. And 2 siblings die in fire while roasting potatoes. This is really troubling. We heard it in the news this morning. This is from the Upper East region. Meanwhile, NDC can beat Baumia anytime. This is Mahama Yariga as the minority and majority start exchange of their words even before the parliament officially opened this morning. Meanwhile, we have a highlights from the 3rd meeting of Ghana's 9th parliament, a summary put on channel1news.com. I'm going to do 2 quick things. I'll give you a headline on the High Street Journal, then I'll give you a raft of quick African headlines. So industrial cannabis could be Ghana's next export industry. This is if regulation and industry aligned. It's a special feature by the High Street Journal. Also, the gold price boom, is it all a feast for mining companies? A holistic view from an industry player. My Journal Online is leading with the majority chief whip's claim that the president's pen is ready, ink dripping, to assent the LGBTQ plus bill. Also, post-primary tensions, unfortunate political scientist urges Baumia to unite the NPP. And then we have a raft of stories from across the country, just to tell you what's happening across the world. Did you know that Algeria is inaugurating a 950-kilometer railway built in collaborating with China? So not that they are coming to start, they are inaugurating it to exploit vast oil deposits. So 950-kilometer railway is like from here to where? Paga or something. Yeah, so they've inaugurated that. Ethiopia's economy is doing very well. They are expected to grow at 10.2% this year. Yeah, and they are also opening up their telco and banking sector to foreigners for the very first time. These are all Bloomberg Africa stories. Another one, South Africa's opposition leader is stepping down.
Okay.
He is not seen top. So John Steenhuisen, he's headed Democratic Alliance since 2019. He says he won't stand another term for internal elections. He's under pressure to quit amid differences over policy choices with the nation's coalition government. So Cape Town mayor is considering running for the position.
Interesting.
These are stories from across Africa.
Meanwhile, the South Africa's former president Zuma has been mentioned in Epstein files over London dinner plan.
We are told that thousands of Epstein documents taken down after victims identified. We will probably spend some time on tech and social media trends to explain what the Epstein documents are and why it's such a big deal for global leaders. Where do we start from today?
There's a lot of money business, so let's talk money. Front page of the Daily Graphic this morning starts with the GRA. Ghana is losing significant revenue due to low compliance with the value-added tax, as only 40 out of every 100 registered taxpayer companies currently under the tax. The Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Kwesi Sapon, who disclosed this in Accra yesterday, said the 60% shortfall significantly undermined domestic revenue mobilization and limited the state's ability to finance essential public services and national development programs such as schools, hospitals, and roads. And so, quote attributed to him, as he says that 60% of every shop that you see on the street are not complying with their VAT obligations, and that is why, as GRA, taking our mandate for revenue mobilization seriously and learning from that experimentation, we have quickly put in this national enforcement team.
The port itself is not doing too well. The World Bank is urging Ghana to deal with issues around the port to make it more efficient. This story is on citinewsroom.com. The World Bank says lengthy port clearance times are a drag on Ghana's trade, and they made a lot of comments around Ghana's competitiveness and why we need to work on those with dispatch. Now, the vice president is also talking business. He says Ghana is ready to manufacture and not just import. So that's also from the business side, and I'm linking that to the revenue side because you know the port is one of the most important aspects of our revenue generation and indeed the pulse of the economy. So the vice president has been speaking on that as well.
In the center spread of Ghanaian Times this morning, Africa deserves seat at global table. President Mahama here, Julius Yaupetechi, writes that President John Dramani Mahama has noted that the future of global alliances cannot be meaningfully imagined without Africa, stating that the continent is not merely a space of competition but of solutions, opportunities, and rising influence. With the world's youngest population, vast natural endowments, dynamic innovation, and expanding market of 1.3 billion people, President Mahama said partnerships with Africa in the areas of renewable and clean energy, modern infrastructure, resilient food systems, digital transformation, and human capital development must advance shared prosperity for all. He made this call yesterday at the ongoing World Government Summit 2026 in Dubai on the theme The Future of Global Alliances.
I will stay with the president on page 16 of the Daily Graphic. President John Dramani Mahama is to file a consequential resolution on the historic transatlantic slave trade at the United Nations on March 25 this year. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, has said, quote, the resolution will be seeking a UN vote to declare the transatlantic slave trade as the greatest crime against humanity and to demand reparations for all people of African descent. Adding that it would also demand reparations for all people of African descent who had been victims of slavery.
I take you to Parliament. Bill to rename Kotoka International Airport expected in Parliament. Majority Leader. So a bill to ensure the renaming of the Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport is expected to be brought to the House by Minister of Transport Mr. Joseph Bukari Nikpe during the first meeting of the second session of the 9th Parliament. The introduction of the bill, known as the Accra International Airport Bill, was disclosed by Majority Leader and Leader of Government Business Mr. Mahama Ayarga during a press engagement in Parliament yesterday. But Baka Vomawo has challenged the renaming. That's on page 3 of the same paper. Malik Suleimana writes that in the wake of government's proposal to revert Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport, convener of Democracy Hub Oliver Mausi Baka Vomawo has said a suit challenging the removal of Kotoka from Ghana's airport will be withdrawn. Now, Majority Leader
because
Mahama
they had
Ayarga
asked,
announced
so the headline is confusing. They had said that they wanted the name Kotoka removed.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, the minority leader doesn't agree. So this is a story on citinewsroom.com. It says minority leader Alexander Penyumakin has opposed government plans to rename the airport. His comments follow the announcement. Reacting to the development and interview with journalists, Mr. Penyumakin defended the current name of the airport and criticized the decision to rename it. He quote, all these years we've had General Kotoka's name on the airport, and suddenly it's been changed. The name Kotoka International Airport is already there, so you don't need to remove Kotoka's name. He questioned the rationale behind the move, arguing that the name presents one of the few national recognitions linked to the Volta region.
I will stick with Ahana Markin. He's in two newspapers discussing two different things. On page 3 of the publisher, bring the jobs you promised. President John Mahama's major campaign promise to create jobs and employment avenues for Ghanaians have not been fulfilled a whole year after he was voted back into power, prompting minority leader in parliament, Osahin Alexander Ahana Markin, to call out the government in demand of the promised jobs. Speaking in parliament, Ahana Markin accused government of deliberately causing job losses for no reason instead of creating the jobs the NDC had promised. Quote, if you look at their own flagship program, they say 24-hour economy, which means one job for 3 people, sharing 3 shifts, but we have not seen much in that area. You go to the Daily Guide on page 3, and he's talking about the LGBTQ bill, and the minority in parliament has accused the government of acting in bad faith over the handling of the controversial anti-LGBTQ bill, alleging that the majority has deliberately slowed the process after previously projecting support for the legislation.
But somebody says the president's pen is dripping with ink to sign it. So let me read that for you. So the majority chief whip and MP for Saudai, Roxanne Dafar-Mekpo, has been speaking on this same matter. And he says that the president is more than ready. In fact, let me read this version of the story. It says, Majority Chief Whip Roxanne Nelson Dafar-Mekpo says a future John Mahama presidency is prepared to immediately, I don't know why it says a future, prepared to assent to the controversial LGBTQ bill once it lays before him. Speaking on Joy News PM Express on Tuesday, the South Dai MP said the biggest obstacle to the bill in the past was not parliament but presidential assent. I'm not the one who will sign. Let me explain. He said, recalling that the bill was driven through parliament with passion by himself and Sam George and successfully passed. So he says the bill will pass when it gets to the presidency. Let's come to other stories, Caleb.
So there was a story on the front page that I missed of Ghanaian Times. 1978-82 AFCON winners living in squalor. Haruna Yusuf speaks out. On the back page, details are here. It says, once a tireless overlapping right back who wore the Black Star shirt with pride, the former deputy captain of Ghana's senior national team, Haruna Yusuf, now struggles to stand upright without support. Time has not been kind to him as age, illness and neglect have replaced the roar of packed stadiums and the joy of continental triumphs. Like Haruna Yusuf, this has become the fate of many ex-footballers who did not only play with a sense of pride but also demonstrated a sense of love. So he spoke exclusively to Graphic. He says, we have done something good for this nation and the nation must pay us back. Some of our colleagues have died in poverty. Most of us are suffering. No one cares about us. We can't suffer for nothing, he said.
I'll take you to page 3 of the BNFT, Bernard. Don't renew expiring mining leases. IEA tells government, and this story finds its way to the front page of quite a few newspapers today. The Institute of Economic Affairs has urged government to stop renewing expiring mining leases and instead adopt a new mining policy anchored on state ownership of mineral resources to private firms engaged strictly through service contracts. Ghana's former Chief Justice Sofia Akufu, stating the institute's position at a press briefing in Accra, argued that the country's impending wave of expiring mining leases presents a rare opportunity to restructure the sector without breaching existing contractual obligations. She stressed that the nation must abandon its long-standing royalty-based mining framework, which she describes as a colonial-era model that delivers only marginal returns to the country despite its vast mineral endowments.
Still on the exports of things that we own, cocoa farmers are also speaking. This is channel1newsonline.com. Reopen cocoa buying season, young farmers to government. Now, it appears the government is not purchasing any new beans with the price differentials on the world affecting the ability to pay the farmers. Now, the young cocoa farmers of Ghana have expressed deep concern over the handling of the 25-26 cocoa season, warning that the current conditions could threaten the future of cocoa farming among the country's youth. They issued a statement yesterday, February 3, led by their convener, Martin Edu, and they said many young farmers have harvested, fermented, and dried their cocoa beans, but are unable to sell due to lack of buyers. The group described the partial closure of the season in December last year, the first of its kind in Ghana's history, as particularly damaging, leaving farmers with unsold produce and no source of income. They're also concerned over reports that the government plans to reduce the cocoa producer price from 3,625 to around 2,800. I'm sure you know why this is happening. The strengthening of the cedi against the dollar means that in cedi terms, the government will have to look for more money than it would get from selling the beans in dollar terms. The young farmers are calling on the president to instruct the cocoa board to reopen the cocoa purchasing season and maintain current producer prices to sustain youth participation in the sector. If the government goes ahead to do this, they would also make some fiscal losses, which is why I'm sure this has gotten to this head.
Meanwhile, the Insight is leading with farmers crying foul over unpaid compensations on Konongo Bypass project. So over 200 farmers who have lost their properties as a result of the Konongo Bypass project within the Asante Achim South and Central District of the Ashanti region are in tears, raising concerns over delays in the payment of their compensations. The farmers say the undue delays are affecting them and several families and dependents who they insist are suffering due to the ongoing construction of the 15.4 kilometer Konongo bypass on the Accra Kumasi highway. So more details on page 3 of the Insight newspaper this morning.
Let me go to local government so that Caleb can give me this Bola Association story. On page 19 of the Daily Graphic, Bernard, the Local Government Service Association of Physical Planners has opposed a proposed merger of the Development Planning Unit and the Fiscal Planning Department at the local government level into a single planning department. In a press statement signed by the National President Giftinya Akum after an executive meeting, Locksap warned that such a merger featured in the draft National Decentralization Policy and Strategy 2026-2029 would undermine professional specialization, dilute spatial expertise, and weaken development control. The statement described the merger as incapable of addressing Ghana's urban planning challenges, arguing that the real problems lie in ineffective implementation, limited institutional support, and not in the lack of integrated structures. Hey, Locksap.
Well, so the custodian has this big one on page number 5. Bola Taxi and Tricycle Association gets new executives to boost waste management. So the Bola Taxi and Tricycle Association, BTTA, has officially sworn in its newly elected national executives at a ceremony held at the Omanya Hall of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. The event held on Tuesday, February 3, brought together presentations from key institutions, including the EPA, Footprints Ghana, ESPA, and the Ministry of Local Government, People's Dialogue, among others. Now, the inauguration marked what leaders described as a defining moment for the association, signaling a renewed commitment to accountability, professionalism, and service to both members and the wider community. The gathering also highlighted the growing recognition of informal waste collectors as critical partners in maintaining urban sanitation.
I'll take you to the page of the Daily Graphic because, Bernard, we've been talking about this matter. People think it has died down. Bernard, people are still struggling to move around major cities. Bernard, back page of the Daily Graphic, only 136 out of 461 Metro Mass buses are operational. The management of Metro Mass Transit has revealed that it inherited 136 operational buses over 7... Okay, let me start again. The management of Metro Mass Transit has revealed that it inherited 136 operational buses, over 70% fewer than the 461 buses contained in official records as bequeathed by the previous management. Said since the current management assumed office, official records indicated that Metro Mass had a total fleet of 461 buses. In an interview with the Daily Graphic, the managing director of MMT, Cesar Kale, said the figure, however, remained in dispute due to inconsistencies in records and the inclusion of buses that had already been scrapped. He said 227 buses were completely unserviceable and had since been marked for scrap and auction to generate revenue to support operations and to reinvest into the business. But how do we have 6-year-old buses, 7-year-old buses, 8-year-old buses being turned to scrap?
It's unbelievable. I think they should probe what happened. And whilst we are at it, other countries are moving. Algeria has inaugurated a 950-kilometer railway line built in collaboration with China.
Okay.
That is key to exploiting the vast iron ore deposits. And they also want to diversify from just depending on gas and oil. So imagine, the new line was built by Algerian state firm and China Rail Construction and connects the distant mine with cities of Tindouf and Becher. From there, an existing railway links to the Mediterranean coast and the city of Oran. So basically, Charlie, almost 1,000-kilometer rail. And they are not saying they have commissioned to build, though.
It's been done.
They are finished building and they are inaugurating. And we are also here.
Metro Mass is crap.
We don't even have enough buses to carry people.
Because I saw, on my way to work, I saw somebody pushing his son through the window.
No, the transport issue is not being solved fully. It's episodic in different areas. It's a serious issue.
Let me wrap up for you with an international story as well. Africa faces $90 billion debt war in 2026. S&P Global Ratings has cautioned that African governments face rising debt risk as hard currency repayment schedules in 2026 increase pressure on external buffers, contributing to rollover risk. So this is something that we should take a look
Meanwhile, legendary American gospel singer and songwriter Ron Kenoli has died aged 81. He passed away Tuesday, February 3. His music director Bruno Miranda confirmed his death on his official Instagram account. In his final Instagram post on Sunday, Kenoli reflected on his long ministry, expressing gratitude to those who supported his work over more than 4 decades. And I know in the 90s he was brought to Ghana. The likes of Samense who had him here, and we enjoyed his music. And I mean, great servant of the Lord. May his soul rest in peace.
We'll spend some time on him later.
Oh yes. Thank you, Godfrey. Thank you, Caleb. That's all we have time for. Coming up next, Nashika Caesar is here with Citi Business News.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Hey, Andrea. Challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle. And the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I day aside, Fidelity.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
So Nashika Caesar is joining us with the Citi Business News. Good morning, Na.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank and Valex Lease. I'm Nashika Caesar. Coming up, World Bank urges government to set up implementation of investment reforms to attract more investors. Also, analysts push for policy reset as Ghana's oil revenues tumbled to $189 million in the second half of 2025. Also coming up, Bufferstock CEO reveals that 14 companies have been licensed to supply food commodities. Let's settle for the details of our stories now. Ghana is making progress in business readiness but continues to grapple with efficiency challenges, the World Bank has warned. According to the bank's Be Ready 2026 assessment, the country's business readiness scores range from 72% in financial services to 34% in market competition. Speaking to the media on the sidelines of a high-level Be Ready working session in Accra, the World Bank's country director for Ghana, Liberia and Sierra Leone, Robert Talesi O'Brien, outlined the country's strengths while pointing out to areas requiring urgent reform.
I think the key finding, if I could summarize it in one sentence, is that while Ghana's regulatory framework actually compares relatively well to countries across the world, the challenge really is more on the implementation of those good regulations. And so there are quite a number of areas where the implementation simply doesn't match what's promised in the regulations. And this is holding Ghana back from delivering growth and jobs. So we're working with the Ghana Investment Promotion Agency. We're working with colleagues in the 24-hour economy to really drill down and see what are the things that the government can do to alleviate these constraints on the private sector, to create a better, as I say, investment climate and business environment, to bring more investment into Ghana and then boost growth and jobs. So at the World Bank, we're really laser focused now on jobs.
That was the World Bank's Country Director for Ghana, Liberia and Sierra Leone, Robert Talisio O'Brien. For his part, the Presidential Advisor on the 24-hour economy, Gusi Tano, admitted that early findings from the assessment expose a hard truth policymakers must confront. Away from that, market watchers in the energy sector are urging government to take urgent and deliberate steps to revive Ghana's upstream petroleum industry following a sharp drop in crude oil lifting receipts and overall petroleum revenue. Data from the petroleum sector shows that Ghana's crude oil lifting receipts fell to $198.25 million in the second half of 2025, down sharply from $369.25 million recorded during the same period in 2024. In an interview with Citi Business News, energy analyst Ben Nsia opined that the Energy Ministry must act now to save the sector.
I think it is worrying, and it must be very troubling to we industry players in the petroleum upstream. And I think we need certain critical, very intentional interventions in attracting the needed investment for exploratory as well as developmental activities in our petroleum upstream. If we are not able to do that, I think price may not be in our favor, but if you're able to produce more, output will be in our favor. And such output at even a constant or stable price brings in more inflows or brings in more revenue. So the intentionality must come from the ministry. The strategic vision must come from the ministry of how they can equip Petroleum Commission to review certain strategies or regulatory practices that will entice these investors into our petroleum upstream. It is almost near comatose. An upstream that was doing around 70 million barrels is now doing around 35 million barrels. That's a sharp decline, more than 100% decline. And I think that means that we have not done well since 2019 in terms of attracting the needed investment. And
you heard the energy analyst Ben Nsia speaking there. Now, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC, has announced a revision of fees and charges registering businesses operating in Ghana. The new fees takes effect from February 2, 2026 and apply to both investors and existing businesses seeking approvals or renewing their registrations. There is more in the following report.
According to the Centre, the changes are in line with the GIPC Fees and Charges Amendment Regulations of 2025 and are expected to impact the cost of doing business, particularly for foreign-owned and joint venture enterprises. GIPC has also cautioned that all service fees are non-refundable and may be reviewed at any time without prior notice. Businesses are therefore being advised to factor regulatory costs carefully into their investment plans. The fee adjustment comes as Ghana continues efforts to attract sustainable foreign direct investment while tightening compliance and oversight within the investment sector. For registration fees, wholly Ghanaian-owned trading enterprises will now pay 17,650 cedis. Other wholly Ghanaian-owned businesses will pay 1,765 cedis. Joint venture enterprises will pay the cedi equivalent $3,500. Wholly foreign-owned enterprises will pay the cedi equivalent of $5,250. Manufacturing or export trading enterprises will also pay $5,250 in cedi equivalent. Trading enterprises that are wholly foreign or joint ventures will pay $7,000 cedi equivalent. For renewals, which are required every 2 years, wholly Ghanaian-owned trading businesses will pay 8,400 cedis. Other wholly Ghanaian-owned enterprises will pay 2,100 cedis.
That report was filed by my colleague Daniel Ojo-Mensah. Now moving on, 14 companies have so far been licensed by the National Food Buffer Stock Company, NAFCO, to supply food commodities under its current procurement framework, the Chief Executive Officer George Abrado Otu has revealed. The licensed companies are authorized to procure food directly from farming communities and deliver the commodities to NAFCO warehouses nationwide. George Abrado to explain that all commodities supplied by the licensed companies are received and verified at NAFCO warehouses by designated officials, including storekeepers and regional managers, before being accepted into storage.
The license sort of guarantees that you buy, you bring it to us, we'll buy. We've licensed you. You understand? We give you the license to go and buy and deliver to our designated warehouses, and we make sure the warehouse is not too far away from you. You deliver it, then it's received.
So you are the off-taker?
In other words.
How many licensed buyers do you have? About?
Apart from the school feeding is different. We'll come to that.
Okay.
This one, so far, we licensed about 14 companies.
So 14 companies, and they have their agents?
They have their agents, whatever, their workers, all that we want. We have licensed you.
Okay.
Go to Asuchare and go and buy rice from there, deliver to our warehouse, bring the proof. The storekeepers are there, the regional managers are there, they receive it into the warehouse.
How do you determine the price at which they should buy and the price at which they should sell to you?
Yes, so that's one thing, that we have price determination committee in place here.
Okay.
And we have representation from various stakeholders.
That was George Abrado to speaking there. Now on the interbank market today, the dollar is trading at 10 cedis 95 pesos, while the British pound is going for 15 cedis 11 pesos, and the euro is going for 13 cedis 8 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Valex Lease. I'm Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for your company. Do have a great business day.
Hey, do they want to sack you dry? Why shall I tin way? Engagement things and kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV, 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama. And how cry? With Access Bank's Pick Now Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye Coco cry.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Pick Now Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions
And send tweets.
where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super-fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.ga or your My MTN app to sign up today. Everywhere you go.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Caleb Kuda here.
Oh my God, I know
Just gone by, you had Nashika Caesar, yes. Serve you with the breakfast edition of the City Business News that's supported by Access and MTN. Access is rewarding customers, so you get to Access. They've introduced the Rewards by Access. It's a loyalty program designed to add value to your everyday banking experience. So whether you're shopping, traveling, or handling business expenses, every transaction you make with your Access card brings you closer to exclusive benefits, premium privileges, and personalized rewards, all tailored to suit your lifestyle. Points earned through your card transactions can be redeemed seamlessly at any of our merchant partners. We're nationwide, so make your spending even go further. Use your Access card today and enjoy a rewarding banking experience only with Access. loyaltyrewards.ghana.accessbankplc.com. That's where to visit, and call this toll-free number for more, 0800 004400. Access Bank, more than banking. Imagine walking into a home where nobody ever pauses what they are doing online. The girls are streaming the latest Netflix series. That special playlist is rolling. Daddy is on his usual Teams video calls. Uploads are uploading. Downloads are downloading. And not a single person says my data is finished. That's the power MTN Fiber gives you. Unlimited internet for endless streaming, endless connection, endless everything for your home. Now you get to enjoy a special range of unlimited fiber internet packages whether you are a new or existing customer. Just log into the My MTN app now and tap broadband or dial star 5057 hash to get your preferred unlimited MTN Fiber package. This Valentine's season, connect your home or a loved one's home and you stand a chance of winning amazing shopping vouchers from MTN. MTN everywhere you go. And Gabby Offer is here to serve you kickoff. Kickoff is brought to you by Lesheho and Shell. In this brand new year, Lesheho is thanking us for our loyalty and support throughout the year 2025, and they are promising us to support our goals. They will work with us. They will help us grow financially and improve our lives with innovative financial solutions as always. So Lesheho is saying they wish us a prosperous, fulfilling, and successful new year. They're inviting us to pass by any of their offices across the country, and together we will improve our lives. Filling after filling is what you get at Shell. Is what you get at Shell when you pass by to buy fuel. And you can win some free fuel as well. Emmanuel, Collins, and Bright have all won free fuel just by trying the new and improved Shell fuels. You could be next. From now to the end of the month, buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of the new and improved Shell fuels. Stand a chance to win big. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year free fuel up for grabs. What a feeling. Don't miss the opportunity. Visit the nearest Shell service station. Fill up for an opportunity to become one of our lucky weekly winners. It's a promo we are running on the NLA's Caritas Lottery platform. New and improved Shell fuels, better by far. And the star boy is in the building.
Yeah, man.
Gabi Ofe. Gabriel
Abontain.
Gabriel Ofe.
Oh, Charlie, but why you didn't mention my food name?
Okay, Gabi Ofe. Gabi Ofe.
Charlie, what's up? You good?
This morning the panel is shining.
See, don't listen to Odum.
The panel is bright.
Just introduce me and let me do my sports.
Gabi Ofe will kick off.
Glanced at his watch, Declan Rice sent it square, and this should finish it. Havertz around Sanchez, and Arsenal are going to Wembley.
And then, of course, Arsenal going to Wembley after beating Chelsea. Thanks to former Chelsea player Kai Havertz, his breakaway goal in stoppage time, sealing a 1-0 win over Chelsea at the Emirates, and a 4-2 victory on aggregate. More reactions coming up. Plus, Morocco say they will appeal the ruling that resulted in fines of $415,000 and match bans because of that chaotic AFCON final. Monda plus some other updates coming up in the next 10 minutes. But before we get into the updates, kickoff is always brought to you by Western Union, Shell V Power, Politan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. All right, many thanks for joining me. I'm Gabi Affair. Now let's begin with this. The Royal Moroccan Football Federation has officially responded to the series of suspensions and fines that CAF slapped in connection to Morocco's involvement in a serious melee that broke out in the 2025 AFCON final. Well, Morocco released a statement that they will appeal the decision by CAF. Here is more from that statement read out by Julio Ashrifi Amwa.
Morocco's football governing body says the sanctions handed out by CAF do not match the seriousness of the incident and has formally written to the CAF president to register its dissatisfaction and protect its rights under the regulations. On the other hand, the Senegalese Football Federation has stated it will not appeal the sporting and financial sanctions. The federation says it accepts full financial responsibility for the fines imposed on its association, technical team and players, including head coach Pap Chow and players Ismaila Sarr and Iliman Ndiaye. Senegal, however, maintains it remains committed to defending its interests within football's governing structures while respecting CAF regulations and promoting the integrity of the game.
All right, so that's Julian Shirifiamwa with excerpts from that statement released from Morocco and also the Senegalese Football Federation. Well, away from that, here in Ghana, the University of Ghana Corporate Football League was officially launched on Tuesday at the UG Stadium ahead of the February to June 2026 season, bringing together university officials, corporate teams, and key sports stakeholders. Pius Asak was there for the official launch.
The launch brought together the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Nana Aba Pianfo, and corporate institutions to formally unveil plans for the new season scheduled to run from 13 February to June 2026. Organized in partnership with Rise Sports Services, the Corporate Football League will feature over 18 corporate teams competing throughout the season. Speaking on the sidelines of the event, Dr. Fred Awal, board chairman of the National Sports Authority, represented the Minister of Sports and Recreation, Kofi Idi Adams, and he highlighted the importance of the tournament.
Clearly, it goes just beyond Ghana football. It's about wellness, recreation, and well-being. As a government, we have always been committed to the issues of using sports as an avenue of recreation. And this is what the University of Ghana is doing. I would feel like we should commend them and also call on partners to come support what the University of Ghana is doing.
Director of Sports and Wellness here at the University of Ghana, Dr. Austin Lubutera, expressed the institution's readiness to deliver a well-organized and competitive tournament.
We are very ready. We could have started this week, but we just want to tighten up some knots here and there. That's why, because if you look at it, if you have seen our initial schedule, we're supposed to start this week. Yes, but we decided to move it ahead because we want to give teams time to have at least some 1 week freshen up, 1 week training.
Defending champions, the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority also shared their confidence ahead of the new season.
Very confident we have come here to participate. That's the most important thing. One thing I can tell you about these games is that it's so unexpected. It's so unassuming. You cannot determine what will happen in the next second.
The University of Ghana Corporate Football League, which kicks off on Friday, February 13, is designed to provide a platform for corporate institutions to engage in sports, promote staff wellness, foster networking opportunities, and deliver consistent football action within the university environment. Reporting for Citi Sports from the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. My name is Pius Asak.
All right, so that's Pius Asak with that report from the University of Ghana Sports Stadium regarding the University of Ghana Corporate Football League. Now today, GFA President Keto Kreku has revealed he was taken by surprise after being named second vice president of the Confederation of African Football. Now, Keto Kreku was appointed to the role in April 2025, becoming the first Anglophone leader from West Africa to occupy such a senior position within CAF. Kreku said this in an interview with GTV Sports Plus.
I wish I could find better words to describe the way I felt. But most importantly, I was humbled by the fact that from 54 member associations across the African continent, I'm part of the chosen few to serve football at the highest level of governance. And I'm sure that day I was just a bit strong. Otherwise, something funny would have happened. But I think that It's the work of God. It's come through His blessings. It's come through hard work. It's come through the people in the football system appreciating the skill set that I have and the power of Ghana as a football nation.
Okay, so that's GFA President, second Vice President of the Confederation of African Football, speaking right there. Well, Samatex FC say it has suspended assistant coach Eric Bequin for breaching ethical guidelines of the club's technical team. The club released a statement to that effect. Pius Asak has accepted that club statement.
Management has taken the decision to temporarily suspend Eric Bekoe from his role as assistant coach and U-team coach for insubordination, breach of the ethics guiding members of the FC Samatex 1996 technical team. He has subsequently been referred to the club's disciplinary committee for hearing. The public shall be updated on the outcome of the disciplinary proceedings.
All right, so that's Pius Asak with excerpts of that statement released by Samatex 1996. Well, let's take you to Cape Coast because Ghana and Zambia played out a thrilling 6-all draw in the first leg of the futsal AFCON qualifier at the University of Cape Coast Sports Hall. The reverse fixture will be played on February 8th in Lusaka, Zambia. The Ghanaian team will be hoping to qualify for the 2026 futsal AFCON tournament, scheduled to be held by Morocco. Well, we'll take you into Emirates, and Arsenal took a step closer to winning their first major silverware since 2020 as they beat Chelsea to reach the Carabao Cup final. Leading 3-2 from the first leg, the Gunners had to wait until the 97th minute to see their progress on a tense evening at the Emirates Stadium. Substitute Kai Havertz scored the only goal of the night deep into injury time, rounding goalkeeper Robert Sanchez before slotting home. Let's get some reactions. First of Arsenal's Declan Rice.
Honestly, the schedule's been ridiculous. And when you're playing a team like Chelsea, who've got that many good players, you know, they're constantly making you think, making you work. And, you know, credit to them, you know, it could have gone either way tonight. Could have gone either way in the first leg. But I think everything we've been building towards over the last few years has come together this season. So into our first final in a very long time. So we need to enjoy the moment.
All right, so that's Arsenal's Declan Rice speaking after his side progressed to the final of the Carabao Cup. Well, let's take a listen to Chelsea's head coach, Liam Rosinia.
Yeah, we came here wanting to win, wanting to go through, and overall we're very disappointed we haven't done, but you have to take into account the quality of the opposition, where they're at, and also we had a few late absentees that we weren't planning for, so overall I can't fault the players in terms of their application and what they put into the game.
And just in terms of the development of your side from that first leg, it seems leaps and bounds.
I think it's clear as day to anyone, and that's what pleases me so much. Bearing in mind as well, I think we've had 3 actual real tactical training sessions in the last month. We've had a month. I've been here for less than a month. We've had 8 games. So all credit goes to the players. I think the understanding, our press was very, very good. Our understanding of our positions with the ball, we are getting better. But it wasn't enough tonight, and I think that's the most painful thing.
All right, so the most painful thing, that's Chelsea's head coach, Liam Rosinia, speaking after his side failed to progress to the finals of the Carabao Cup. Well, later today, in the second semis, that will take place at 8 p.m, Manchester City are up against Newcastle United at Etihad. City do hold a 2-0 advantage from the first leg and we're hoping to progress to the finals. What it would mean for Manchester City, it would be that City will take on Arsenal in that final set to be played at Wembley. Well, for the Copa del Rey semis, Lamine Yamal was on target and Marcus Rashford had an assist as holders Barcelona held off Albacete to advance into the semi-finals. Teenager Yamal also scored his first goal in this season's competition to put his side ahead in the 39th minute. Now, before I leave, Cristiano Ronaldo is reportedly weighing up his future in Saudi Arabia over concerns about the level of financial backing Al Nassr is receiving compared to rival clubs. The Portuguese superstar was absent from Al Nassr's Saudi Pro League win over Al Riyadh on Monday, reports indicating he is unhappy with how the club is being run. Ronaldo believes Al Nassr are not enjoying the same financial support as fellow PIF-owned sides Al Hilal, Al Ali and Al Ittihad, a situation he feels could affect the team's competitiveness going forward. So let's see if Ronaldo will leave the club. That's all the latest in the world of sport. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com, and on X you can find us at City Sports Ghana. Kickoff is probably brought to you by Shell V Power, Polytan Ghana, Western Union, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. You're back later at 5 p.m. with Sport Flash. I'm Gabriel. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and bye bye.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, let's go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, let's go, let's go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's go, we improve your life.
Are you planning to relocate from your company, office, or house, whether across cities to another town or halfway around the country? You want a moving company you can depend on to get you there? Let me introduce you to Logistics Movers. We are here to help you every step of the way, from planning the move to unpacking the last box and settling into your office or home. We have the expertise, experience, and market understanding, and offer fast, reliable, and professional transportation services in Ghana. Our main thrust is to successfully move your business, household items safely, on time, and hassle-free. You can call us on 0246 833 539 or 0244 342 465. You can also send us an email to info@logisticsmovers.com or check our website www.logisticsmovers.com. Why expose your company or household items to theft or damages when you are relocating if it's avoidable? Logistics Movers, we help you relocate.
I used to stress about where to receive my Abro car and always used to doubt whether my friend has really sent it.
So I asked a friend of mine and he said his wife used to have similar challenges until she decided to receive money transfers from CBG.
Well, I can relate because now I receive my money from CBG. It's so simple, fast and secure with no delays and no hidden fees. And I must say, life is now feeling good.
Stay connected to your loved ones no matter where they are. With Consolidated Bank Ghana's money transfer services, you can receive money quickly and securely from abroad, whether through MoneyGram, Western Union, PayAngel, Transfast, UnityLink, RIA, EaseRemit, Thunes, TapTapSend, and TerraPay. Cash out your way any day with Consolidated Bank Ghana. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
We stand with you.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. Earning well does not guarantee progress. If money comes in but nothing changes, that is a direction problem, not an income problem. January is the reset button. Petra helps you turn earnings into structure and structure into growth. So talk to a financial advisor today. Walk into our office located at Airport West and let's do life together. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
When the world gathers for greatness, one name leads the way: Litina Travels. Litina Travels is taking Team Ghana to the biggest global football event on the planet, happening in America, Canada, and Mexico. Join the Litina 2-in-1 experience, uniting world-class football and global business in one unforgettable journey. Your Litina Travels package includes visa to watch all 3 group stage matches, 3 official match tickets, return charter flight, top-class hotel accommodation, travel insurance, and exclusive access to business networking events across all 3 host nations. This is not just a trip, it's history in motion. It's football, it's opportunity, it's Litina Travels. The world is watching, the stakes have never been higher, and Litina Travels is your ticket to the global stage. Call 0244-260-789 today or visit Litina at Alisa Hotel Northridge and secure your spot on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Litina Travels, your gateway to the 2026 Global Football Competition, happening in the USA, Canada, and Mexico, where football meets opportunity and Ghana shines on the world stage.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spots in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
Every nation needs a mirror, a place to see itself clearly. The struggles, the progress, the uncomfortable truths. From housing to healthcare, from transportation to education, the Citi Breakfast Show tells Ghana's story as it is. Weekday mornings, the Citi Breakfast Show, reflecting the nation, driving development. The Citi Breakfast Show on 87.3 Citi FM.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
mami matade. Ufimana, mami akwaba. Oh, you make my day. My feel no happy. Names are not of me. Dibaku ababa. Nansu odon ruby. My friend one metro voice and Nansu echo voicemail yeah. To make an abate to muje yeah. Oh, Tony baby a Derek. Pepe me to say segwa humai. E chako ni mo segwa humai.
7:38 City Breakfast Show, 4th February 2026. Couple of birthdays coming through on the show this morning. Happy birthday to Nana Kweku Edumafo of the Cornerstone International Academy. May the Lord bless you abundantly and continue to reveal himself to you. We love you, son. From your parents, Mr. and Mrs. or Mr. and Dr. Mrs. Edumafo, to Nana Kweku Edumafo. Today's biggest celebration is for a 1 in a million daughter, Enam Ewurama Deku. Enam, your name says it all. You are a true gift from God to us. On your special day, we're sending a wave of love that's louder than any radio frequency. This comes straight from the heart of the Deku squad. From your dad, Sarah, who calls you his greatest pride. From your mom and namesake, Ewurama, who celebrates your grace, and from your siblings Elikem and Esinam, who are cheering the loudest for you today. May your year be a masterpiece, and we love you to the moon and back. Happy birthday to Jacob Akoto Tamaklo, aka Joff Tiger of Community 8 Tema. Best wishes from the GSTS 99 alumni. Jacob Akoto Tamaklo. Couple more coming through on the show this morning. To Paulina Kwe, Mrs. Paulina Kwe. To Mrs. Dorothy Azu, aka Dorothy Yamo. Happy birthday to Edmond Lai or Osmond Lai of the church choir, and Elder Michael Ako Chakli, Daddy Ako, all from the La Bethel Presby. This is from Ni Ashiteama. To Mrs. Paulina Kwe, Mrs. Dorothy Azu, Dorothy Yemu, that's the nickname, Mr. Osmond Lai of the church choir, and Daddy Ako, Elder Michael Ako Chakli. Happy birthday to Del C of Ghana Communication Technology University. May the good Lord grant you all your heart's desires, and today and always. I hope today brings you everything you've ever wished for or dreamed of, because you deserve more. Coming from Solomon Kusitete. Happy birthday to my first fruit, Justice Latte. You are in Takrady Technical, level 100, engineering. May God guide your steps and give you wisdom to overcome everything that comes your way. From your father, Alex Latte, to Justice Latte.
Okay. I also have it. For you. Okay, so Bernard, happy 50th birthday to Dr. Lovely Samuel Banahini Osei Tutu, urologist, consultant, surgeon. You're all the way in Australia, but you do listen. You are indeed the world's best big brother. This is from Louisa, Leslin, and Linda. So Dr. Lovely Samuel Banahini Osei Tutu, wherever you are in Australia today, have a fantastic birthday coming from your siblings and the rest of your family.
All the birthday requests on the show are brought to you by MasterCard. It's a priceless way to make payments simpler. You swipe, you insert, or you tap. MasterCard do something truly priceless.
Yes, man.
This is Citi.
Oh,
right, so we know the question for the morning, right? Do you agree with the plan by the government to rename the Kotoka International Airport to the Accra International Airport? The Minister for Transport will submit a bill in Parliament later this month to get that done. The minority that doesn't seem to agree. We'll deal with that shortly. I'd like to hear your views on this. 053-998-6996. Do you agree that the name of our main international airport be changed from the Kotoka International Airport to the Accra International Airport? Send me your comments. 053-998-6996. Make every moment unforgettable with CBG Cards, your most reliable payment option. Whether you're shopping for gifts, paying for groceries, booking holiday experiences, or settling bills on the go, our GH-Link MasterCard Classic and MasterCard Gold provide simple, secure, and seamless payment anytime, anywhere. Enjoy the enhanced security of our upgraded card management platforms for your absolute peace of mind. Call our contact center 0302-216-000. Email talk to us at cbg.com.gh or connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X. 2 words that can ruin any day: insufficient balance. Don't stress. With extra balance from Forms Capital, you can get a quick top-up straight from your Momo wallet. Your overdraft limit keeps going up, and the best part is the interest is only charged for the days the funds are used. It's fast, it's easy, it keeps you moving, because Forms Capital believes in community impact and financial inclusion, so no wallet is left behind. Sign up for free on the Momo app, navigate to financial services, advances, and select extra balance to register. Or you can dial *170#, select 5, 3, and 4 to activate extra balance. Extra balance, live extra. Boost your career with a SIMA qualification. SIMA gives you real world skills and global recognition and a powerful network of over 689,000 professionals in 190 countries. And while you learn, unlock leadership and digital finance and become a chartered global management accountant. No boring lectures. Enjoy flexible self-paced online learning and study anytime, anywhere. Call 0263-011-992. SIMA, one qualification, countless career opportunities.
Go Ghana, if you're tired of the Accra hustle and traffic, take a quick escape to the cool, peaceful mountains of Ebri at Biposo Wellness Resort. Whether it's for business, a weekend break, or pure relaxation, Biposo gives you calm, comfort, and refreshing mountain air. The perfect place to rest and reset. And it's only a 30 minutes drive from Accra. Visit once and you will never want to leave again. Asumudje Kasiepa. So call 0200 557 Visit biposoresort.com to book today. Biposo Wellness Resort. Peace lives here. And your car takes care of you every day. Now it's time to do so and protect your car with a comprehensive motor insurance policy with SG Ghana Sound Drive and get free fuel coupons as reward. You can also get exciting branded souvenirs when you buy or renew your third-party policy or our new Smart Drive policy, a third-party policy with an extra layer of protection and benefits. Promo lasts from now until the last day of March 2026. Let's help you take care of your car so that every drive feels more secure. 0302-214-314 is the number to call for more information, or walk into the nearest SG Ghana branch to buy or renew your motor insurance policy today. SG Ghana Sound Drive is underwritten by Sanlam Alliance General. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale, the future is you. Now, if you've got a big dream, but you're not sure where to start, Heritage Christian University helps you grow it while pursuing your degree. Our scholar practitioner faculty will guide you to solve real-world challenges. Whether your passion lies in business, computing, health, psychology, media, or theology, HCU provides the path, experience, a university education that challenges you to dream, pursue, and achieve. HCU is a chartered university and accredited by GTech. Begin your journey with us now. Call us 0547 777731 or 0202 298399. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
All right, so let me say hi to the team. Godfrey Akotobuafu in the studio. Caleb Kuda, who just read those announcements, and Francisca Kakafosin. Guys, welcome to the program.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday. And before we get into the big topic for the day, the Africa Prosperity Dialogue begins today, the 4th of February. And if you're a young entrepreneur, a woman building something remarkable or running an SME, this is your moment. Under the patronage of the President of Ghana, the APD is on the theme Empowering SMEs, Women and Youth in Africa's Single Market. Innovate, Collaborate and Trade. Starts today, ends on Friday with a gala dinner and Africa Champions Awards at Kempinski on the 6th of February. It's at the conference center today and tomorrow and Friday. Now, I'm not sure if you can register now, but for what it's worth, you can send an email to africaprosperityNetwork.com or just go to the conference center if you want to be part of the program today. And enjoy faster and easier transfers across Africa when you use PAPS with Zenith Bank. Move your money the easy way. Dial *966#. Use Zenith Bank's internet banking platform or walk into any of our branches for your cross-border transfers. Call 0302-680-884 or 0542-000-111. So yesterday, the leadership of Parliament met the media, and they sort of gave a sense of what to expect for the new, I don't know what to call it, the sitting or the new meeting. I don't get into session, meeting, sitting, not really sure. But they had a conversation with the media, and they were talking of some of the things to expect. And Mahama Yarga, the majority leader, said one of the things they were going to do this month was they were going to put in a bill to change the name of the Kotoka International Airport to the Accra International Airport.
Kotoka International Airport. It used to be called, I think, Accra International Airport, I'm told. That was the name. That was the name before the people who changed it went and changed it. And it is not fair to the people of Accra that, an airport, they've given you land to build an airport, and the airport is named after them, and then you are going to change it and put your name. Well, you didn't give the land for the construction of the airport. So, to honor the people of Accra who gave the land, we're going back to using Accra as the name of the airport. So that's all that it is about. That's all that it is about. So, that's really what it is. That's really what it is. That the thing was called Accra International Airport. So let us go back to. I think that was the name. Those of you who are older than me in this room, that was the name. Yeah. So why was it changed? There was no basis for changing it. We are resetting Ghana. So it has nothing to do with the personality of Kotoka. I mean, I don't know him, so I don't think there's a reason why an airport should not be named after him. But if you go and change somebody's name and put your name, tomorrow somebody also can remove your name and put somebody's name. So that's what has happened. But I think that Accra International Airport, honors the people of Accra who have sacrificed their land for the building of the capital city. And so we need to honor them and show appreciation. So Accra International Airport.
So that was Mama Yariga putting that information across. The minority leader, MP for Futu, was not very cooperative on this. He wasn't happy. He felt it wasn't necessary. Here are his views.
All these years, we've had this Kotoka, General Kotoka's name on the airport, and suddenly it's being changed. What is it? After the name is Kotoka International Airport, Accra. So Accra is still there. I'm not suggesting any other name. I'm saying that the name Kotoka International Airport, Accra, is already there. Accra is already there. So you don't need to remove Kotoka's name from there. So if you come to Accra, or even in the country, how many prominent Voltarians have their names on national assets or national monuments? This is the only thing the people of Volta region can also at least see as something that recognizes heroism from the Volta region. And that one too, they are being denied. Well, Honorable Kwame Abuja is from Volta. Honorable Ukucheto Ablakwa, he's from Volta and he's sitting in cabinet. Honorable Fifi Kwete is the General Secretary of NDC from Volta region. Honorable Ahiafo, he is the first Deputy Speaker in this government from Volta region. Honorable Kwame Eche, the Fiamepo, Majority Chief Whip from Volta region. And they are all sitting down, watching the government to take away a Voltarian's name, which has been given to our airport, and successive governments never made any attempt to change it. And in this time and age, they are from Volta, and they are in the government, and they are watching Volta to lose its pride. It's up to them.
7:53 on the City Breakfast Show. Opening thoughts on this. We'll spend a bit more time on this later after tech and social media trends. But I don't know. There's a really nice article written by Kweku Azar on this, and I feel like it's okay.
He takes a position, doesn't he?
He's nailed it, and for me,
you agree with his position.
So I'm torn. So I feel the name should change because I think that the 68 years of independence has taught us that that's how I see it. So Nkrumah was imperfect, but I feel like from my understanding of development, his overthrow was the beginning of a lot of problems for the country. Dark days in Ghana, he calls it. And I feel like while Kweku Azar is arguing that history doesn't necessarily, we don't give names to honor people, we give names to commemorate the event. Then I would say, why didn't you call it Operation Guitar Boy Airport? Because that's really what happened, right? It was the coup and the counter coup, and the way he sort of Kotoka was killed at the airport, and that's why we remember. So you can read his article. It's a really good article, right? I agree with a lot of what he says, but in essence, I still feel the Kotoka name should go.
Okay. So it's here.
Maybe you want to read it.
Kotoka Airport name reflects national turmoil, not coup glorification. Professor Azar, renowned legal scholar, Professor Kweku Asare alias Kweku Azar, has warned that the government's plan to rename Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport risks erasing important lessons from Ghana's history. In a post shared on Facebook yesterday, Tuesday, February 3, 2026, he said that for over 60 years, the name of the airport has symbolized the country's political turbulence, coups, and unrest, noting that the debate of renaming it has been oversimplified. Quote, the appeal of the simplistic claim that the airport's name exists to celebrate the 1966 coup rests on an incomplete reading of history. The renaming of Kotoka International Airport was not intended to glorify the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah, he wrote. He explained that the 1969 renaming of KIA was not meant to glorify the 1966 coup, but to honor Lieutenant General Emmanuel Kwesi Kotoka, who was killed during Operation Guitar Boy in 1967 while resisting a counter coup. Quote, the airport was renamed to mark the site of Kotoka's death, not to glorify military intervention in politics. It records a moment of national turmoil rather than endorsing it as an act of remembrance, not celebration, Professor Asare said. The government...
Are you reading his article or reading a story about his article?
Okay, so
because
this is a story written. Okay, let me go to.
I feel like you need to You know what? I feel like.
Okay, let me get that straight stuff.
No, just take it. We don't have time.
You have the article?
I have it. Yeah.
Okay.
People can read it if they like.
Yeah, people should find it themselves.
It's part of their work. He's basically saying that history is multidimensional, and the fact that you name an airport after Kotoka doesn't mean you celebrate him, because even Nkrumah himself, before he was overthrown, had essentially created a one-party state. The fact that you name things after Nkrumah doesn't mean you support the one-party state. He says our constitution, the process that brought about our constitution 92 was a process that was initiated by a coup leader, Rawlings. Okay, so his argument is that it's petty to be changing names like this, and I think his argument is that we have not come to peace with ourselves.
Yes,
which is why we are changing the name. Yeah, but we've never said we are at peace with ourselves. We are not at peace. We are not at peace at all. I mean, I am saying Ayariga was quite smart in not necessarily even using the fact that Kotoka did the coup. He just said we'll give it back to Accra, because I'm sure he didn't want it to get into a sort of Kotoka is from this part of the country kind of situation. I don't know.
No, I completely, let me first of all say that I find it pretty disingenuous to reduce this to a tribal argument, and I hope the politicians keep the tribalism out of this conversation. We've had too many times where ethnic sentiments. We've had too many times where we've allowed that to lead the conversation, and no sense ever comes out of it once we go in that direction. So I was a bit disappointed.
Why the minority leader decided to
go
that route.
I was very disappointed that his argument was on that particular path. I think that there are a lot of other arguments. And back to the debate itself, I don't think there's a right or wrong here when it comes to how I look at this. I think Kwaku Azar represents a school of thought on changing the names of monuments. There are those who also say that monuments are never meant to be static. There are those who have even said that, look, a country should almost every 20 years think about some of its major monuments and change them. You know, something caught my mind this morning when we were having our pre-production meeting. Caleb mentioned Ora Tambo Airport. Very lovely airport, right?
Yeah.
You've used it several times, and I'm sure regular travelers.
Oliver Tambo.
Yes, but you know it used to be Jan Smuts. Do you know who Jan Smuts is?
I'm sure it's on apartheid.
He's the king of apartheid. In 96.
He has to go.
Yes.
The name had to go.
Why did they not keep it as a reflection of their history?
Right.
Yeah.
Because you can't run away from the fact that South Africa, but the country had reached a point where it felt that this is not the representation that we wanted. It doesn't mean that apartheid didn't happen. It doesn't mean that Jan Smuts didn't exist. He did. You know, a couple of years ago, we had the Roads Must Go, if you remember. Cecil Rhodes.
Even Gandhi statue.
Yes, I was coming to that. I was going to end my argument with the Gandhi statue in Ghana, which was led by academics, you know, and I will come from the Roads Must Go to Gandhi. So if you look at Roads Must Go, if you historically we are to analyze Cecil Rhodes and his contribution, there are those who will tell you, fantastic, great man, but historically, he was as big a colonialist as you would find.
Yeah.
So exactly. So why do you think that after 100 plus years, there was an awakening in that part of the world that said, look, this is not the kind of person we want to identify with? Then we come to Gandhi. Gandhi is universally hailed as perhaps the foremost proponent of pacifist politics.
Yet somebody went to open some wounds.
People open wounds, and
racial.
And in Ghana, of all places, an argument, and a very solid argument, was put forth by academics at the University of Ghana who said this cannot be a representation we want in our university at this time, because if our evolution and our education has come to teach us that Gandhi looked down on black people. So it does not take away the fact that Gandhi was a pacifist that is hailed by some of by Obama and co, but there's written history, his own letters, his own books that point to him looking down on women, that point to him looking down on black women as inferior, on black people as inferior to Indians. So take your Gandhi statue away. So we then come down to Kotoka. When Kotoka's incident happened, Operation Guitar Boy happened, at that time, was there? What was the thinking of the people of the country? Would they have celebrated the fact that Kotoka had become a hero who had removed Kwame Nkrumah?
It was,
and so he was
in
worth
1969. So under Buzia, obviously.
Yes. No, I'm just saying that.
No, I'm just
the process of thinking was
he was killed in 67.
67. And but was he a hero to the people at the time?
Maybe to the then Buzia
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That the marking of the spot of his death.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have died at certain places. Are those places named after them?
No.
But it's significant because this is the person who, in concert with others, at that time, would have removed what a lot of people felt was the greatest obstacle to the development of the country at the time.
In their mind.
Mm-hmm. So when that decision was made, was it legit or not? That is a conversation that can be had.
For their time.
But we are in 2026.
We have the freedom
and there are those who have also said that thinking has changed.
Yes, please.
Our perspectives have changed, and we look back and say perhaps this is not what we want to hear. But then again, there are those who say it's also the easy way to go, because why do we, and Ghana particularly, I say this a lot, Ghana does not like to tango with its dark past. Ghana prefers, even if you look at our textbooks, our history books, we tend to kind of whitewash our dark days a lot, because we always want to look good about ourselves, want to feel good and say Ghana for any nipa boni. We are bad people.
Not so reflective.
We've had a lot of bad people in our history, but we tend not to want to tango with that, whether we like it or not. We are a country, a territory that is made up of good people and bad people. Times will come when those bad people are good people. Another time will come when good people are bad people.
So your point around us not facing our past is true. I agree with you. But I still feel you are saying that nonetheless, the 2026 generation of Ghanaians have a right to change the name if they believe that.
If they believe so. And at the moment, the overwhelming feeling, if you look at Nkrumah's sentiments over the past decade, you will struggle to tell this generation that keeping an airport's name, if the name of an airport that is linked to the man who overthrew the person they think now, perhaps the greatest Ghanaian ever, and that he set this country on a path that this man and his group have derailed. Looking back now, this generation will tell you, remove the name.
And if you did a referendum, I think
yes, generally a lot of people will tell you
the removing the name will be more. If let me take a sample here, let me take 2 seconds from you. I'll give you time.
2 seconds.
No, because it's 8 o'clock. I have a lot of time for. If you guys can wait, let's do tech and social media trends and can come back to you.
Okay, then let's do tech and social media trends.
Yeah, tech and social media trends is next. It's brought to us by
Telecel and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana is making banking very easy with their digital platforms, First Mobile or Quick Banking. The short code is *894#. Your bank will be in your hands. You make real-time transactions with First Mobile or Quick Banking. When you dial *894#, you enjoy fast, secure, and convenient banking anytime, and you get all the utilities that have got to do with digital banking platforms. So download First Mobile from the App Store or Play Store. Simply dial *894#. Follow the prompts. Join thousands of customers and join seamless banking. For more details, call First Solutions on 0596 921 921. First Bank, you first.
Edwin Kwakufi is here with the segment. Edwin, welcome.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Good morning, everyone. So, as you've been discussing, Kotoka is top of the trends in Ghana, and you have your take on that. But let me bring you a few issues. As Godfred was saying, people are expressing concern about the minority leader, Alexander Afenyo-Markin's comments that the Volta region does not have too many things named after personalities from that region. So, why should this be taking, and that MPs who are from the Volta region should talk about it and not accept it. So people aren't too happy with that. They are complaining that this conversation should not devolve into ethnic or tribal comments like that. So
but do they agree with the name change?
From my cursory look on social media, a lot of people do agree that the name should be changed, especially with Kotoka linked to an unfortunate part of our history as we've come to know it now. Then they wouldn't say so.
So if you did a poll, The Kotoka must go will win.
We'll do that right.
Put it up.
Yeah, right after bar. Yes, from what I've seen, Kotoka being renamed definitely is a popular opinion people are having. So that conversation came because Parliament reconvened for the first sitting of the second session of the 9th Parliament. And before the sitting, the leadership of Parliament addressed the media. As we said, we've spoken about what the majority leader said, but the minority leader also made some points. He said that government is not committed to addressing youth unemployment. Says the recent figures show that youth unemployment is at 34.4%, which is very unfortunate. He says that the recent hikes in the tariffs and the introduction of the 1 cedi fuel levy, they've basically nullified any gains the government hope to make from the removal of the e-levy. That has got people talking because they won't accept any talk of the any positive spin on the e-levy. So they are very much against that comment. But he also made some comments in Parliament about attacks on journalists, saying that shouldn't happen because journalists basically help Parliament in their work, basically pushing everything they do out there. So a lot more tougher sanctions should be applied on anyone who attacks journalists. So that was a major issue in Parliament as well. So transportation has been a big issue on social media in the last few days. On Monday, we saw a video from the Achimota overhead of people lined up in a very long winding queue waiting for Chocho. And yesterday, the Deputy Transport Minister, Dorcas Afotofi, she spoke before she entered Parliament, and she said a number of things, including that there are a number of buses to come to Ghana because she went to Dubai to inspect the buses. There are a number of them to come to Ghana. But the one thing that got people very upset was that she said there's congestion because the economy is so good. People are coming into the Accra or the big city.
Into Accra.
Yeah, trickling into Accra because fuel prices have gone down. The prices
where was he talking?
Before she entered Parliament yesterday.
Sometimes if you don't have anything to say,
just keep quiet.
Yes. So people obviously are not taking that comment.
Just give your update about the number of buses coming.
She said that it doesn't mean that government isn't committed to working on the situation.
Bring the buses and stop talking.
Other situations.
Bring the buses and stop pontificating.
Okay, so we move on from that to Ronkinoli. Just unfortunate news that we had yesterday. The gospel legend dies at 81. Of course, his famous song "Sing Out," righteousness, peace, and love. If you grew up, if you grew up my age or you are my age, those were the songs that you knew, the only songs that you knew growing up
in a Christian home.
In a Christian home, that is. Those were the only songs that you knew. So yeah, unfortunate news there.
81 years old.
81 years.
I mean, he's lived a full life.
Yeah. Now, more files been released from the Epstein saga, and of course, a number of big personalities have been named in the files, including Donald Trump, obviously, former President Bill Clinton, U.S. President Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, Elon Musk, Obia, and Prince Andrew, then Prince Andrew, former Prince Andrew, who is now just Andrew Windsor. So also a number of issues have come up. The alleged victims are upset that nude images were posted by the Department of Justice before they were removed. Obviously, they have a right to be upset that some of the nude nude pictures or images of victims were posted.
You know my concern. 3.5 million pages.
Yeah.
How many minutes do you have in a year to even open those? If you're even reading one page a day, when will you finish reading the pages? This will be like a never-ending saga because 3.5 million is a lot of pages for anybody to actually read through. Only AI can summarize the.
So if you go through the issues, let's talk about Elon Musk. He has repeatedly said that he rebuffed any attempts by Epstein to invite him to his island, but logs show that he actually wanted to set up a trip to the island, even asking Epstein what will make the wildest night.
You need to tell people who Epstein is.
Okay, Jeffrey.
Because not everybody knows who he is.
Jeffrey Epstein was a businessman, a financier of various things, who was convicted of child
He's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile.
Child sex trafficking.
Yeah, child sex trafficking. He's a pedophile. He was convicted and arrested.
Access to a lot of world leaders.
Exactly. And then he died in jail in 2019, obviously from suicide. But a lot of people feel he might have been killed because of he knew a lot. He knew too much. Obviously, the details of his
communications with people
are being released,
shocking the Western world.
Yes, and it includes a number of top personalities. I've just mentioned Elon Musk, the Virgin
the Clintons,
Airlines founder Richard Branson, Bill Gates. The Clintons are supposed to testify before Congress on the investigation between Epstein. Bill Clinton has denied that he had any knowledge of the activities of Epstein. Well, yes. So he's going to appear before Congress on the 27th of February. Hillary Clinton will appear the day before. She says she never spoke to Epstein. So call logs show that Bill Clinton had international travel on Epstein's plane 4 times from 2002 to 2003.
You know, the reason I ask you to do this is, you know how certain societies are, once information comes out about somebody's conduct and the relationship the person had with important leaders, people resign, there's a reckoning. So Lord Mandelson in the UK has resigned. There's always a consequence when you are associated with wrong in those societies. So even if it's 30, 50 years ago, once it's out, the collective conscience of the people is that you have a question to answer. Here we don't do a lot of that. We like to brush things under the carpet and rather argue over things like, let's change the name, right? Rather than saying, okay, this person has caused the death of people, this person's negligence has destroyed people's lives, he must be punished. We don't really want to do that. You get it? And we have people like chiefs and pastors calling duty bearers to beg for them when they've done the wrong thing. And a society like that cannot advance. You know, so we don't admire everything about the Western world, but at least there's a collective conscience that when a bad person has been found to be bad, if you are associated with them or you help them in any way, you must take some of their fall. We don't do that here. And that's one of the reasons we are not advancing. It's a very important issue because the Western world, every morning, Epstein files. Why? If there was a Ghanaian version of Epstein, we would not even care.
We'll probably abandon it after a couple of days.
We need to really think about what we value as a people. If we want to be great as a nation, we cannot avoid the truth. But it seems like that's what we have become experts at doing.
Okay, so finally in tech news, China has banned hidden door handles which are used by electric vehicles, including Tesla. So these hidden door handles, usually there have been instances where they refuse to open when people are inside, are trapped and need to get out, and it's resulted in a number of deaths. So China has taken the decision to ban these hidden door handles to ensure that people are kept safe.
Thank you, Edwin. That was Tech and Social Media Trends.
You're looking for a bank to rely on. Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we say to bank baby, no lie. Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking, it's in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no need time to wait. Now you got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. They tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feed do, I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank, we treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see yeah. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, bruh, that be dangerous combination, no.
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, if you get your own data and call packages, falla! Made For Me bundles like the way you want them. That *530# then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
In red, and it goes towards Lovren.
Echo. I hear say you be football encyclopedia. Name 2 countries that dominated football back to back.
Italy and Brazil, legends.
You deserve to see the ultimate football experience live and colored.
Enterprise Insurance Insurna Chile promo is now bigger. Just buy or renew your motor insurance for a chance to enjoy the ultimate football experience live. Feely. Hurry now.
Enterprise Insurance, I'm on my way.
Buy or renew your motor insurance and stand a chance to enjoy an all-expense-paid ultimate football experience. Plus, you get free fuel coupons, shopping vouchers, airtime, and data bundles. Promo runs from January to May 2026. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise Insurance, trusted for 102 years since 1924. Enterprise, your advantage.
The world is changing fast, and the leaders who thrive will shape what comes next. What matters now is the ability to think clearly, act with purpose, and lead in complexity. For more than 20 years, Ashesi University has shaped leaders who do exactly that, combining character with rigorous real-world problem-solving. Our MBA and Master's programs in Intelligent Computing Systems and Mechatronic Engineering are designed for professionals who want their work to matter and their leadership to last. Remember, graduate and undergraduate admissions are ongoing. Visit ashesi.edu.gh to learn more.
My friends, I'm a very happy man. Let me share my testimony. I needed a home at a prime location, but I didn't have enough money. The little I had was too small to buy even a studio apartment, but a friend of mine introduced me to invest to own from Priority View Homes. I invested the little money I had for only 2 years. True to their word, at the maturity date, I qualified for a 2-bedroom luxury apartment at a prime location in Accra. Now look at me, living in my own home without the usual hassle. If you want a stress-free home to live in, I would advise you to sign up to their invest-to-own policy and say cheers to a new home. You may call Priority View Homes Limited on 055-588-2294, 055-588-2294, and you will never regret you did. Priority View Homes. There's no place like home.
This is not just talk. This is scrutiny. Policies dissected, promises questioned, solutions demanded. Urban challenges, national priorities, real questions that move Ghana forward. Trusted by the public, respected by decision makers. The City Breakfast Show, Ghana's biggest morning show, because development starts with truth. The City Breakfast Show on 97.3 City FM.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3. Fiba bonnet, me boko ko jani bonnet. Chama santo boke ni chagana ma se munti. Mini, obra for me wo fa hundie. Toma modi mo mu jumedi mu nkoni medie. Nu se, jengara assassini e ya body de mayen. Mu jana nanan mi hwegunya de to ho mayen. Dum yen, boa yen, je yen adu. Me ne won so say yen so be ye bia to aso mu aso kata so o manyi mu de e maso ene. E bi sa de wa ya mo magana wo beka lawyer for doctor for mami misa nurse for ready for driver for mami misa fita for ekwa for tailor for mami misa Baba for Roja for teacher for Mami Misa Suku for rap for Ghana rap so for me say me straight on man for when you when you back he say yet the fact but you will say you back one ebu you can bo mo embu ko be asante kotoko map beba is the motto dem fa ko to loto na you mo frane yes munya to kwase na kompase obuni need na mon
8:21 City Breakfast Show, and I've not really set up a poll. I've just asked for comments on this, but go for it. If you can group the comments around those who are for and those who are against, it will really help me so I can count. So just count. So just put those who say they think the name should change to one side and those who think the name should stay to another side. A couple of quick announcements. Tech Therapy Limited is a professional tech service company in Ghana. providing reliable repair and support for smartphones, tablets, laptops, and smart wearable devices. We serve individual, professional, business, and institutions that value quality, accountability, and dependable service. We handle every device with care and proper diagnostics. Call us on 0505 789 0896 or 0256 111 790. Whether it's your personal device or fleet of devices supporting your operations, Tech Therapy Limited delivers support that keeps you moving. Tech Therapy Limited, your digital wellness partner. Well, the hottest slogan in town is "Part to Part" from GCB Bank. It's your chance to win mega gargantuan prizes. We're talking the ultimate expense paid trip to the Global Fiesta next year. We're talking the FIFA World Cup. There are monthly prizes like fridges, TV set, cookers, and other goodies. Deposit and maintain 300 CDs or more in your GP savings or current account from December to April. So it started last year until April this year. Terms and conditions apply. GCB, your bank for life. I'm going to take a couple of quick things. You were going to make a submission about this before we took the break. Let me hear you.
Yeah,
quickly.
so I'm going to look at it on the basis of on 4 frames: politicization, acceptance, and the Constitution, as well as evolution as a people, which is Godfred hinted at that earlier. To listen to the 2 leaders of Parliament, and I continue to say that Parliament is becoming less representative. Listening to the majority leader, it's okay if he's making a point about reverting to the previous name, which was Accra International Conference Center.
No, Accra International Airport.
Accra International Airport. Mm-hmm. But to sort of throw in subtle ethnocentric comments about Ga people in there, I think is disappointing and very uncalled for. Same goes to the minority leader, Afenyo Marking, bringing in the Volta leg that Voltarians in the government should want their names to be put out there in terms of naming heritage things in this country. I also feel disappointed with the point he makes about the spin on the political heritage. Okay, if you follow history, it won't be lost on you the Dankwa Buzia side as against the Nkrumah etc. side. And so making it, once again, our politicians are playing politics, doing the us versus them. I don't think there's even a debate about this. If we're going to revert to a name that was previously used, let's just do that and move on. But to throw political salvos in order to make some political capital out of this is very, very unfortunate. And for the leadership of a House of Representatives, I think they must realign their interest. When it comes to the article by Professor Azar, I've not thoroughly read it. I'm speaking to the summary that you gave and bits of what Caleb read, Bernard. I think that the point for me is about acceptance. We need to accept certain parts of our history, whether they bring fond memories or whether they are disheartening. And it's a fact of our existence that we had a leader called Kwame Nkrumah. Unfortunately, in 1966, somebody decided to repudiate the Constitution, or not somebody, a group of people, by embarking on a coup, which the Constitution prohibits. But the acceptance of it is also important. But my disagreement with Prof will be that in as much as we accept it, we must, for me, we should take a cue from the 31st December women's case, where the Supreme Court said that resources of the state, and by inference, commemorations and celebrations, should not be used for certain things that are in clear disputes with the Constitution. Article 3 prohibits coup d'etat and even calls on us as citizens that we must resist it. And so if we are going to commemorate, if we are going to name, historical things or significant things in this country, we must do it with a certain mindset, appreciating what the Constitution says, which is the argument of lawyer Oliver Baka-Vomawo, the suit which he took to court some few months ago, arguing on the constitutionality of naming this airport. And then for me as a people, there's a certain realization. I hope not, that the decisions or the views people are expressing, majority of course will be against keeping the name. It should not be merely an emotional call that let's change the name because we are angry about what happened to Nkrumah. All aspects of our history are good, the good and the bad. The decision should be appreciating the constitutionality of it, the history of it, the acceptance, and then making an informed decision for the next generation.
That's a good one. Caleb, read me that excerpt of the 1969
National Liberation Council Decree,
Okay.
General Kotoka Trust Decree. So this published in the Ghana Law Finder, and it goes on to it's a trust. It's a trust that was set up in his name, and there are several other things that were actually proposed to be done in memory of Kotoka. Actually, beyond renaming the airport, I'll bring you a few of that. So the intro simply says, whereas the government and people of Ghana mourned the loss of late General Emmanuel Kwesi Kotoka, GSO, that's General Officer Commanding of the Ghana Armed Forces, who fell during the insurrection of the 17th April 1967, and those gallant soldiers who fell during the insurrection of the 17th April 1967 and during the 24th February Revolution. And whereas the government and people of Ghana wish to demonstrate their gratitude for their liberation and for the rebirth of freedom in Ghana, which was achieved by these gallant men by creating a trust to provide for committing to posterity the memory of the late Lieutenant General Emmanuel Kwesi Kotoka and the others who fell, and to provide for the widows and children of these gallant soldiers. So let me just go to the relevant portions that comes to the airport and other things that happen. That's paragraph 8. So objects of trust. 1. The objects for which the trust is established are A. The renaming of the Accra International Airport to Kotoka International Airport after the late Lieutenant General Emmanuel Kwesi Kotoka without any financial charge being placed on the trust fund. The naming of an army barracks, Kotoka Barracks, after the late General Kotoka without any financial charge being placed on the trust. The erection of a statue of the late General Kotoka as a warrior in full battle dress at the spot where he fell near the Accra International Airport, and the creation of a quiet garden in the area surrounding the statue. D. The acquisition by the trustees in favor of the trust of that portion of land situated at the Accra International Airport where it is proposed to erect a statue of the late General Kotoka and to create a quiet garden to surround it. It goes on to talk about a tombstone and furnishing of a house for his widow not exceeding 17,000 cedis at the time, and then some fund for his kids and all of that.
So these things were in
the trust, including let me just add the final one, the provision in each region of a clinic to be called Kotoka Memorial Clinic at a cost not exceeding 10,000 cedis. There's an end there. In the case of the Volta region, the clinic shall be erected at the Fiaho near the late general's hometown.
Interesting. The question I wanted to ask was, did they add Kotoka as a school? Because there's in the JSS schools in Vema Camp, there's services, there's Kotoka. So I don't know whether that was part of this or it was a later decision. But I know people who went to a school in Vema Camp, JSS, called Kotoka. There's garrison, there's services, and then there's Kotoka as well. All right. So, by the way, were the hospitals built? Do we know? Were the hospitals built?
No.
They were not built. So, but they wanted the name change.
Yes.
A small garden.
Yes.
And then the statue. So the statue is still there.
As the airport.
No, the
airport
has been removed.
Where was it removed?
No, where the statue has been redesignated. Yeah.
Oh, but that was not controversial.
I don't know whether the small roundabout that separates the international airport
from the domestic
still has it.
But the statue was at where the car park is now. Before the old
one.
Yes. So how come when they were removing, they didn't discuss it on air?
Well, no. I don't think they removed it as in let's get rid of it. I think it's expansion and
but why didn't people criticize that they should have rebuilt it back? Because if you are removing it, for example, if you are redesigning Kwame Nkrumah Circle and you remove the statue to redesign it, I'm sure you will have to put the statue back when you finish.
Yes,
that's so it's not. It escaped us.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Thomas Sankara's statue has been removed. Nobody went to.
But that time we didn't have CTF. Those days, Charlie, you were made before complain. So the statue was at they call it Redemption. Sankara Circle, right?
Yes.
They used to call it Redemption.
Circle, yeah.
The statue was there.
Yeah, in the roundabout. It used to be roundabout. So
who removed it? Okay, when they were doing the new.
When was it Razel construction, when they were doing the overpass, that's when
they removed it quietly.
Yeah, I mean, really, nobody really cares about these things if the removal is for a useful purpose.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So back to
the Kotoka history.
No, so I just wanted to understand the So in '69, they named the airport after him, built a statue, created a garden, ordered for a house for his widow, and then for a hospital to be built in every region with his name. That's a lot of things.
Too much.
But I'm sure they were overthrown before they could finish doing it.
Yeah.
Because they were, this is 69. When were they overthrown? Who's that?
69.
Oh, that it wasn't. So Achampong came in 69. I thought it was 70.
Achampong came 72.
So who overthrew Buzia?
That's Achampong. Achampong overthrew Buzia in 72.
Sorry. So Buzia came in 69.
Yes.
And then he went. Okay, yes. So he had 2.5 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Cool. I mean, for me,
because I'm not saying Achampong be your man.
I think that this Kotoka argument, we are making it too much of a big deal.
Oh, Charlie.
Okay. Now, if the politicians think that they want to change the name, I mean, they should do whatever they want to do. We should stop the politicizing. You see, it's not necessary. In fact, when I heard Ayariga, I was, but you don't have to give us all these reasons. Okay, there could be even more commercial reasons why you want to change it and use the generic Accra name to represent a destination connected. Because look, we had Thomas Sankara Circle. Ask yourself, what did Sankara do for Ghanaians?
He's a liberator.
Liberated who?
He's a big man.
No, I'm not. You see, what I'm saying is that
not in Ghana.
People are named in commemoration so that we can tell stories. You understand? It's not because the person was a saint or it's just what it is.
Exactly.
It's to craft the history and preserve it. So at times we use some of these monuments in memory of some of these things. Now, the other angle where Apenyomakin talks about Voltarians, my first reaction was, do you think that if Voltarians were asked to name the airport after a Voltarian, they will call Kotoka? They will leave Efremamu.
Thank you.
And then come and call Kotoka.
Exactly.
So let's leave that one too aside. If you want to change, let's change. So we'll get on with weightier matters. Weightier matters.
You think if they ask Voltarians to choose a name?
They won't choose Kotoka. So what I'm saying is that if you think you want to, you just change it. Let's go. Because for me, confused. I don't want the country to be bogged down with this.
But I even have more filler. So apparently there's even a house in Ketasco called Kotoka House. So he has a few things left.
Benade, let's go next door, Nigeria. What's the name of the airport?
Murtala.
Who was Murtala Mohammed? Murtala Mohammed is the one who did the coup in 1975 to remove Ironsi.
But Ironsi was a coup maker too.
No.
Ironsi removed the first president, Tafawa Balewa.
No,
Ironsi was
Ironsi removed. There was somebody Ironsi removed. So it was during the Civil War.
Amadou Bello.
Yes. So I'm just saying
Amadou Bello. Before the Civil War.
I'm only saying that he was a coup maker.
He did a coup against a coup.
No. So
he did a coup against a coup.
It's legitimizes.
No.
I'm just saying that. But no question about that. No question about that.
Yes.
Nigerians haven't said that because he did coup. So let's remove. So I'm just saying that if you think you want to do it, just do it. Let's move on.
Have you noticed that in Ghana we are more into those things than Nigeria? Because he mentioned, for example, the Gandhi statue. I think Ghana is a bit. I don't know how to put it. We tend to be. I won't call it petty, but we are very. I don't know. These things affect some people a lot.
But it doesn't affect anything. It's the politicians who are doing these things. Why didn't they say that? Let's take this conversation to academia,
but
so that the historians and things will come together.
Because the historians themselves, they said we should remove Gandhi statue from Legon
because they gave
logical
reasons.
But I'm coming. I'm even saying that the issue of naming is not just limited to the airport. Universities have been named. They've gone back to their old names. You remember? Stadiums, when they said they would name Accra as Ohinijan Stadium. So I'm saying that it's actually something that as a society, we have not, as you said, Nigeria, I don't think they do that a lot. I don't know. I mean, here we are very named some way.
Bernard.
You know, maybe that's how we are.
Every country, everybody has their own way of dealing with some of these things. All I'm saying is that let's not, as a country, spend too much time debating a thing like this, because changing the name, not changing the name, doesn't add more traffic to the airport. It doesn't give access to more.
Yeah, but let's use a small time. Let's not use a lot. Let's
no.
Because I want the name to change.
No. I am okay with the name change.
Yeah.
No, I'm very okay with it. All I'm saying is that this
is too much.
So that there are Accra people too.
No, we'll go there.
I gathered there's a group of people called Accra.
No.
Where did he get that name Accra from? Isn't the white man who gave us Accra?
What I'm saying is that we support. No, okay, wait. Let's take a vote here.
They should stop the ethnicity business.
Let's forget our ethnicity. Let's take a vote here. How many of you agree that the name should go?
What should go?
I think it should go.
Yeah. I mean, I actually think it's long overdue. No. I'm only saying that.
They say ethnicize or politicize.
Yeah, the ethnicity thing is not.
No, I've heard that point, but we are voting now. Me,
I'm abstaining. It matters not.
Okay.
What is important is that we are voting and take out the politics.
So myself, Godfred, and Samen say the name must go.
Yes.
Caleb says,
I don't care.
What about you?
Neither do I don't care.
But it's 3 against neutral.
Yeah,
we can't be against. We don't even have a position.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Let's read the comment. Okay.
So let me give you this. Bernard, good morning. Is the renaming of the airport important? Have the Ghana people complained? Additionally, what does the renaming really solve? Let's concentrate on more important issues. Others, good morning, Bernard. This change of name of the airport is absolutely irrelevant to national development. By the way, what prompted this? Good morning, Bernard. I would like for the government to channel their energy to change Kotoka's name to rather help the other airports be more active, improve the airport itself, that's Kotoka, and also get international flights to land in other regions. Akosia said that. Bernard, good morning. This change of name is needless. Is waste of our limited resources. Unfortunately, the current government emerged from a military coup. We are renaming things in this country. What really is the motivation? Okay, so these are more messages against, but these are
the two against.
These are against. So let me give you a final one.
Now do my people.
Before I come to you, I strongly feel that changing the airport's name from Kotoka to Accra International Airport might not be necessary. You see, Kotoka has become a recognizable brand over the years, evoking a sense of pride and connection among Ghanaians at home and abroad. Instead of changing the name, let's explore other creative ways to promote Accra globally. There's a certain charm in saying, "Mommy, I've landed in Kotoka now."
Because that's all you know. That's all you know.
Yeah. So this is support. But I'm in total support of the change of name of our iconic airport to Accra International Airport. Kojo Akao sent that from the UK. Bernard, I support 100% the renaming of the airport.
Correct.
Ghana cannot honor and revere Kwame Nkrumah and at the same time honor General Kotoka, the coup maker who truncated Ghana's developmental trajectory with the overthrow of Dr. Nkrumah. Afanyo Marking and the minority are still unable to read the mood of Ghanaians. Kwesi Akwa sent that from Sakumono. Bernard, good morning.
Morning.
I strongly think the minority leaders' comment on the name change of our international airport on tribal tangent is unfortunate. The airport was originally called Accra International Airport until the death of Kotoka at the forefront of the airport, at the forecourt, you want to say. Yes. So it being reverted back to its original name is very right to me. Thanks. Yeah, I'll send that from the UK. Right. My name is Cyril Bernard. I fully support the change of the name of the airport from Kotoka, but not to Accra International Airport. I will support naming it after a very influential Ghanaian, not necessarily Ghana, but preferably Ghana, since it is on Ghana land, to be more precise, to honor the people of Accra, an influential son or daughter's name would be more ideal. Okay.
Destination Accra.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
I think the name should be changed to Ghana International Airport. Oh boy. Instead of Accra International Airport. Kelly from Medina.
We have Kumasi International Airport, so you can't say Ghana International Airport. I think that Accra is fine.
Sankara Circle was changed to Akwaje Interchange because Sankara was a coup maker. Why should we maintain Kotoka, who helped overthrow our first president, from Samuel Odamte? Joshua from Ashaiman.
Samuel Odamte is writing from Kaswa J River.
Come on.
Is there a river in Kaswa like that, or is the name of a place?
Yeah, J.
There's a river in Kaswa called?
Yes.
Hey. So the eyes have it, overwhelming majority.
We are winning, but you
are between Kaswa.
Joshua from Ashama. Okay. Joshua from Ashama says, I prefer the airport should be called GAN International Airport. Okay. Because Accra has already made its name, but the people sorry. Thank you, I got that. So you want GAN International Airport. Well noted. Good morning, Bernard. I'm Rafik from Ashiye.
Correct.
I agree with the change of name to Accra International Airport.
Comfortably.
This is not just a reset, but restoration of national dignity, celebration of sovereignty and democracy. I could not stop laughing hearing the minority leader's angle on the issue, clearly displaying politics. Finally, General Kotuka died in his own arena. Those who live by the gun die by the gun, but I wish it would be named.
It's okay.
No blame. Good morning, Bernard. To avoid all the troubles, let's maintain the name of the Terminal 2 as Kotoka. That's local domestic airport, and the international Accra International. My humble opinion. This one is Chimpe. This one is Chimpe. Offer J inside Akwete, man. Change the name. It's long overdue. Alexander.
I'm now told there's even a house in Zion College and Logan called Kotoka House.
Okay.
So there's also a house in Katasco called Kotoka House as well. Good morning. Just to contribute to the Kotoka issue, the Kotoka can be changed, but I think it should be named after somebody. Accra is already part of the airport. When you travel, Accra is what you see on the notices on boarding passes. Accra, a major airports arrive but have been named after people. By the way, what does Heathrow mean? Is it somebody's name or a place?
Which Heathrow?
Heathrow, is it somebody's name or a place?
The airport Heathrow.
Yeah.
Heathrow is someone.
No, it's not somebody's name.
It's just a place.
It used to be a village. It used to be a village where it wasn't called Heathrow. Okay. It was a village where the Second or First World War military people settled around the Hillingdon area.
Yes. So if you check, they'll tell you the airports are Hillingdon.
Okay. So they actually the village was organized by rows of building.
I see.
As in rows.
So
like that.
Row.
Yes. And it was on a heath.
Okay.
So when they chose the place for reconstruction of the airport, they named it Heathrow.
What about Gatwick?
Gatwick is the area is actually called Gatwick.
Yes. Okay. But you know, the point I want to make quickly on this is, I wish when it comes to this, I'm biased in the sense that I'm a Buklon Kakra. So
did you say Kakra? Listeners, we are sorry.
But I want a lot more of these conversations, minus the actors, the politicians. You see, because in a lot of other places,
the ones leading it.
You see, in a lot of other places, you have your museums and monuments board empowered to make these decisions. So they would propose and say, considering A, B, C, D, we think that this should be named this at this time, or this should be named that time. So in a lot of places, those decisions are made absent of the political touch. And so you don't get these kinds of conversations coming up in a political stream. But even with that, they generate considerable public discourse everywhere these things come up, because there'll always be a pro and con. So for instance, let's take the Kotoka one. I'm looking at this. So if I was trying to catch up yesterday on a book about Kotoka, I saw just one, and people can educate me. It was written in 1975.
So it's only one
by a man called Ofuswapia, LT Ofuswapia.
So only one proper book.
Yes. If we take Achiampong, if
it wasn't
this Professor Bafuajimandia, who decided to
set the record straight.
My God. He would perhaps be one of the most bastardized persons this country has ever seen.
Even Liman, it was a Dimensa's book. That, because me, when I was growing up, At some point, Liman, the way they were caricatures was like, oh, this, but they didn't do anything. But when you read those books, it's like, oh, Charlie, everybody actually did
so it always takes the people who are in that space to enlighten us, minus the politicians. Who's going to challenge Professor Ajimandia's take on this? I mean, there are people with different opinions, but I'm saying he lived it, and it's in his space.
Maybe before they talk, they should write the same book the Prof.
No, I'm just saying there's an opportunity.
We should use that. So, like, if you want to challenge the man, go and write the Mensa book song.
And nobody has then places that have been named after Kotokan, the military barracks, and who has said a word about them? None. Yeah. Because if you look at his military record, I think there are those who tell you he had a sterling military reputation up until the coup. He was
so we can't
a soldier.
So the school Kotoka must remain.
It's fine.
All those things. So I'm not saying. So I think that's another point. It's not like demonizing a man, but I feel like an airport is of high national significance.
Particularly this one.
Yes. So to name it after, I think it was an aberration.
No, it wasn't an aberration, which is why I said context matters. At the time, it wasn't an aberration.
But even it was the government.
Which one is the aberration?
Let me explain myself.
I'm saying which one? Is it the decision to name him or to remove him?
The 1969 decision, because I'm saying that what you read was a government's decision. I'm not sure it was possibly the public sentiment. It was the government's decision. Okay, but if you did a poll today, most Ghanaians will tell you that they think that
they really don't care.
Yes. No, they care.
I mean, what I'm saying that they are not so attached to it to the extent that it has to remain.
So that's what I'm saying that. So the government at the time, it's the same thing. Politicians take a decision. Maybe they should let the people who study these things a bit deeper, who have the way of measuring it, come up with it.
Yeah, which is what I'm saying. That, right. I'm just praying.
But in Ghana, everything. Look at Jubilee House, Flagstaff House.
You hold on.
It was only Mahama who decided. Because, Papa, you remember, Kufuor named the thing. It was called Flagstaff House.
We were changing it back.
We got money from, I think, the Chinese or the Indians to build it. And Kufuor said, we did it at Ghana at 50, so Jubilee House. Mills and Co were like, if you are not going to live in it. So Mills came and he was in the castle. So Mills didn't even touch it. Right? And then when Mahama came, then he moved in there. And in his first term, he calls it Flagstaff House. And then Akufo-Addo comes and says Jubilee House again, and Mama says, "Okay, we'll define Jubilee." No. Because even if we was to go, Flagstaff, so see the seat of the presidency, the name has gone through changes, and it's all the political people.
Yeah, but I'm saying my ideal situation, just to wrap this up for me, is we get to a time where the ethnic sentiments are removed, or the tribal sentiments are removed from these conversations, where we can have Fedakoto Stadium in Tamale without people saying that I wasn't born there, because we certainly have had Northerners come and achieve great things in Accra. We've had Bunu people go to the north and achieve great things there. We've had Voltarians go to the central region and achieve great things there. Does that mean that we can't name things after them
but you see,
they're not from there?
We have to be careful. You remember when the Accra Stadium was to be after Ohinijan?
Which is my concern.
Ohinijan, from the little history I know, was a sterling sports administrator.
Ohinijan's reputation, no. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I hope we get to that point where if an Ohinijan's name comes up as the name for an Accra Sports Stadium, people should say, there's nothing wrong with it.
But you know, it's even so petty. But let me make it worse for you. even the name, Papa, even the name of the UHAS. Somebody proposed Ifrimamu. Some people opposed it in the same region.
Yeah.
So we are very petty because think about it. Exactly. If Mamu is one of the greatest Ghanaians, right? A university is in Ho, and they said, why don't we call it Ifrimamu University? The people from Ho said no, they no go agree because it's not from there. In our country, this is how we are.
So we are hoping the conversation goes
we are
one day.
When the minority that does this, he's basically playing to that gallery because you realize that actually
is the majority leader.
Both of them are.
I don't want to miss that point. That thing of with the Accra people to deserve to be.
But what I'm saying is that when you listen to the two of them, the Ayariga wasn't doing politics.
Ayariga was not doing politics.
He just mentioned
he wasn't doing politics. Yeah. What I'm saying that introducing the element of the Accra people also need to be recognized. I am telling Ayariga that Accra people's mode of recognition is not through the name Accra.
Papa, but you are the same people who said we shouldn't say Accra, but we should say Obake.
No, who's the same people?
It's Accra.
That's language. That's different. That's language. That's language. What I'm saying is that in Accra, if you go to Ghana, the person in Teshi is not under the Ga state. So you can't use the reference Accra and think that you are dealing with everybody.
So Accra was the capital city's name. It wasn't representing Ga.
That's the point I'm making. Because he wanted to do politics.
Thank you. That's
he wanted to link it to Ga people.
So
that's what I'm saying. That he actually triggered this thing.
Was Apenyo reacting to that?
Possibly.
No, but you see,
possibly. No,
because his reaction could have been similar to what Mahama did and said, "Let's go with the name."
I'm saying both of them are wrong.
No, I'm saying if it wasn't that you even mentioned, when I heard it, I didn't make the connection that he was doing. Just when you listen to Apenyo Marking, it's more direct.
It's more direct, but
I didn't get the
his was subtle.
You pointed that out. I didn't.
In my opinion, his was subtle.
In fact, if you listen to the reactions, to the audios I played, most of the reactions are condemning Apenyo Marking. Most of the reactions didn't. You see the
because
connection.
Of how he went
I'm saying that
it.
the connection came after you thought about it. Most of the reactions I'm getting didn't come on Ayariga.
Yeah,
I'm not here to defend you. I'm not saying that
it's okay.
It was the way Apenyo Marking went about it.
It's okay that it didn't come, but as for me, I am saying that his reference to Accra as a representative of Ga people is not correct. That's the point I'm making.
Yes,
you have every reason, if you want to change it. You've thought through it. But I'm just saying that if you now try linking Ga people to the new name Accra or reverting to the Accra International Airport, your opponent will also come on the grounds of ethnicity. So it's just a tit for tat.
Just quickly, Bernard, and maybe Uncle Sam is the most senior, so he will be able to put what I'm about to say
in
context.
Most knowledgeable.
No, but I think that we need to be careful with certain things that may come out as being ethnocentric. If, for instance, we are rejecting certain names on the basis that people are not from this region.
That's what we do.
I agree.
It's not
the question for me is that what makes a group of people, a particular person, an aborigine of a particular place? Well, if you follow the history of our migration, we are literally the same people who have moved to different parts, and nobody really stays at one place for long in our history.
Such conversations, but unfortunately, they are the ones who have the power to make the changes. So that's the problem.
No,
we've given them so much power that when they, look. This is something that we will not solve today. Ghanaians are very petty and very touchy about names. And from the history of the little things I've said, from Flagstaff House to Mamu's name, to CK Tedam, to all these university names that the previous government tried to change, and is something that people are very touchy about. As we've all said, we should not push the ethnocentric line as leaders. It's very bad. It doesn't help us.
But I think that we ourselves as people also have to let go of some of these ethnocentric stereotypes that we carry along. Because we put some value on it, that is why the politicians will seek to make capital out of that. 100%. So we ourselves have to accept certain things and let certain things go.
They play on our prejudice and weaponize it against us, because I think that if nobody rewards such things with votes and sentiments, they wouldn't find any capital in doing it. But that still does not underscore deny the fact that the politicians should not be doing that. You can change the name. Don't
Godfred made a point. Maybe let's not overlook that one about the museums and monuments board. How we can empower them with some of these responsibilities. I am sure that even the museums and monument board, they heard the announcement for the first time yesterday, like you and me.
Even yesterday, when they said they were doing a press conference today, I actually thought it was a joint press conference to talk about the posture of Parliament and their relations with the media. Only to find out that it was more like, this is what we are coming to do, these are the programs, and minorities also. It was basically like everybody would say their side. So it wasn't joint
two
like
separate
that. No.
Interests.
So it was like two separate interests pushing two separate views, but it's a supposedly joint.
But you had higher expectations.
No, because because the way it was sold to us was that before Parliament opens, leadership wants to address us. So maybe they're going to say, for example, we've agreed that the language of Parliament must be better, the media reporter. I thought that was what we were going to talk about. But it was like, Charlie, this is what we are coming to do.
It was given that reference to get everybody's attention.
The politicians, they have their own agenda. Or they did that. Okay, so they did that. And when they finished, then they did it. Oh, come and talk into the mic. Come and they did that.
So what they did was to brief the public on what they'll be working on
for the year.
Some of the bills.
So and then when they finish,
when
they finish, they move it to that side. Okay, let me do a few things. In the meantime, have you wanted to celebrate on Kenoli? But
We have to.
Oh, you buy after
no 5 minutes.
You said we shouldn't spend a lot of time on Kotoka.
I said the nation.
Not the radio.
Not the radio.
Kotoka has taken over.
I said the
Kotoka. You know, it's giving us a
the Rokinoli is important.
Then let me finish what I'm doing 2 seconds. Love speaks many languages. What's yours? Sometimes it's a surprise gift. Sometimes it's dinner for two, and sometimes it's the sound of a credit alert. This Valentine's, Stanbic Bank's got your back as you express your love effortlessly. Trewodo, when banking works smoothly, love flows with ease. Download the Stanbic app and enjoy the convenience of world-class banking. Go to stanbicbank.com.j to learn more. Remember, with Stanbic Bank, you can share the joy of love. Dr. Baini Champong congratulates all patriots, especially his brother, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, on his victory, and assures him of his full support as he leads the party forward. He thanked God for his grace and guidance throughout the journey and expresses sincere appreciation to delegates, campaign teams, and volunteers for their dedication and prayers. Dr. Champon also calls for unity, discipline, and purpose as the MPP rebuilds, strengthens its structures, and prepares for victory in 2028. He remains fully committed to the ideals of the party and to the service of Ghana. Central University invites prospective applicants to apply for admission to the 25-26 academic year. At Central, we believe aligning who you are with what we do is at the heart of our academic journey. We are currently admitting students for the following programs: IT and engineering, architecture, design and planning, pharmacy, nursing, public health, law, psychology, social work, and more. The diploma programs for applicants whose results do not qualify for undergraduate programs are also on. Our graduate programs include PhD, Finance, MBA, MPhil, MSc, and MA. Once the applicants are invited to try our program's eligibility or program eligibility, check out on our website to assess the eligibility for our undergraduate programs. Central University, raising virtuous and transformational leaders. And if you're looking for motor insurance that goes the extra mile, Hollard Insurance has something special for you this year. Insure your car with Hollard and enjoy extra rewards. New customers get to drive with free fuel vouchers when they sign up. Existing customers get exclusive gifts when they renew. We also have 24/7 free roadside assistance for everyone, so you're never stuck on the road. Call 0800-444-999. Visit any Hollard office or speak to your broker today. Hollard Insurance, we've got you covered.
And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Orange, Cocktail, Grape, and Tangy. All of them available at a local store near you. When you call 0550-032-231, you will get access to even more. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. And as the world is getting ready to go watch the World Cup, you need to travel with Litina. You will get to America, Canada, and Mexico in a 2-in-1 experience, uniting world-class football and global business in one unforgettable journey. Everything you need for a safe travel, going and coming back, is catered for, whether a return, charter flight, hotel accommodation, travel insurance, exclusive access to business networking events across all 3 host nations. That is available at Litina. So call us 020-522-9553 or 050-667-6957. Litina at Alisa. That's where to visit us. Alisa Hotel, Northridge. Secure your spot on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Litina Travels, your gateway to the 2026 Global Football Competition.
All right, in the meantime, after receiving hundreds of nominations from the Channel 1 community legends from communities across the country, the search for the most deserving and heartwarming stories are underway. Every entry is being carefully reviewed as we identify stories that truly inspire and create impact. So get ready for the exciting reveal and grand celebration of the 10 Channel 1 community legends, only on Channel 1 and Citi FM.
Righteousness, peace, and joy. Righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Ghost. Righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Ghost. That's the kingdom of God. Everybody sing righteousness.
So, how big was Ronkenoli in the pantheon of gospel musicians of the contemporary kind? Yesterday, he died at 81, having posted on Instagram 3 days before, thanking all who had helped him on his journey. It was as if he knew. And in his last few years, he was making a lot of trips to Africa. And Samuels was actually one of the people, or the main lead who brought him to Ghana. Was 98, right?
98 it was, yes.
That was the first time I had heard that he was coming to Ghana. Because, of course, in those days, secondary school, his songs were very popular. And everybody I knew wanted to go for the concert.
Yeah.
Where did you hold the concert?
Christ Temple, Abosilkai.
Wow.
Christ Temple was.
And how well patronized was it?
Okay. It was a 2-day event. It was just oversubscribed, because at the time Ronkenoli
he was peaked. He was the biggest thing,
and he had been to Ghana a few years prior, and that was at the invitation of Reverend Oswefriye. Reverend John Oswefriye.
Okay.
So and that event was held at a trade fair. Then he came with, you remember Helen Baylor,
of course,
and then Scott Wesley Brown. These three, and they did a music workshop for Christian musicians.
I'll tell you something. In my house, we had a Helen Baylor cassette called Highly Recommended.
Oh, you are highly recommended.
And then we had Scott Wesley Brown's cassette.
People Need the Lord.
Those cassettes were bought either by my mother or my brother. But that was the first time I had seen. So I didn't know that Ronken that time.
Ronkenoli was there. He wasn't big at the time. He wasn't big. So
this would be the very early 90s, or even late 80s.
Mid 90s there.
Because Helen Baylor, we played her songs every day.
But because he had forced to enter the gospel music system with no success. Okay. So you know that he was an Air Force guy.
No, I didn't. He was an Air Force.
Yeah,
was he a pilot or what?
He was an Air Force officer. Who also used to sing secular music. And so at some point he left the Air Force and then decided to go full time into music.
So when did he peak?
In the mid 90s. Mid 90s. Now, this is actually what happened, because he didn't get the acceptance in if you like, a white dominated gospel music industry. Don't forget that the Kingsway music, the Hosanna Integrity music system was dominated by white people, because they take their antecedent from the Gordon and Frida Lindsay's Christ for the Nations group.
So it wasn't easy for black people to break through like that.
Yes. So what helped him was, there used to be a group called Koinonia. I don't know if you ever heard. Koinonia was a gospel jazz group. Very dominant in Europe. But a lot of them were from the South American system. So you had a Peruvian, Alex Acuna. You have
Abraham
Laborel, who was Mexican. And then you have Justo Amario, who was Colombian.
So that's how come he had these
those
guys.
People, when Koinonia, they dissolved Koinonia in 1991 thereabouts. This guy went for them.
They became his session men.
And they became his session men.
I tell you.
So his initial foray into the Integrity Music label, every one of them was supported by these three guys.
So they had this exotic feel.
So you see that they have a lot of bass lines.
Yes.
They have percussion, serious percussion.
Yes.
And then the
even you allow them to play.
Exactly.
It was because of that flavor.
So they actually gave him the identity that gave him the breakthrough.
So he was different from. He was completely
different from the
Michael
way
W.
gospel
Smith
music.
and all those guys.
W. Smith them were producers and church people. They were not even into this at the time. So Integrity actually took a gamble on him, because Integrity music, Michael Coleman, these are white people, Tom Brooks, white people. So And at the time, even Don Moen wasn't such a big guy with integrity. Okay? So when Don Moen Dems came to manage, Michael Coleman allowed. And there, Ron Kinoli.
So did he like? I get the impression he liked coming to Africa a lot. He sort of started, maybe in his last stages, started coming to Africa a lot.
He used to come to South Africa until we met. Okay. So it was after he came to Ghana in '98, and then 2001 he went to Nigeria, and that opened the floodgates for Ron Kinoli. But more people knew his music more than engaging him or experiencing.
So you have explained this thing nicely. So the kind of team he had is what made his music different, which also made it appealing to the global audience. And it wasn't just church white music. It was
it was actually non-white music because he appealed to the Latin American community. I mean, heavily,
even in the US.
And in the US, I mean, and mind you, a lot of his songs, had Spanish versions.
Yes. I was wondering why a lot of his songs he would sing the Spanish.
Yeah, because the main architects, Peruvian, Colombian, Mexican. And can you imagine Abraham Laboriel on the bass guitar? And no, it was so beautiful.
So tell me how what kind of person he was, because obviously since you led the team that brought him, you know him personally.
No, I don't.
What kind of guy is he?
I think what I remember about him is a sense of discipline.
All right.
I mean, he doesn't joke with his time. He's always ahead. You know, he'll wait.
If you give him 8 o'clock,
he'll be there. Yeah, that's the thing. At the time, I didn't know that he had a military background.
That explains it. Okay.
And again, for somebody who had faced resistance, if you like,
within his own country
community, he took things very seriously and at times very personal. He didn't joke with his time, and again, he was very, very careful about financial accountability.
For the money.
Anytime, not
in that sense.
He wants to record everything, money he's spending.
Integrity in that sense. How did you raise money to do that concert in 1998?
98.
Because I was.
It was difficult, but Reverend Emmanuel Ansa.
Nab Brothers.
Yes, Reverend Emmanuel Ansa of Covenant Family Church. Yes. He was the one that came to my aid. At the time, his family business was Nab Brothers.
Power Malt.
Later, yes, in fact, they used the malt.
Power Malt.
They used the malt brand to support us.
It was in to do somewhere. It was in
Accra. It was in not to do UTC the
side.
That side. Yes.
So you climbs on steps.
That's correct.
So office be where the short t-shirt with the tie.
So Reverend Emmanuel came to our rescue.
Sponsor.
Yes.
God bless him forever.
Yes.
Because in the 90s, to even have the temerity to do a concert of that size, of course, you were working at Joy FM at the time.
Yes.
So you used the media house to push it.
Of course, it was a joy event. I mean,
because
I led it by
the other one. I remember the other person who came to Ghana was Shabarangs. When Shabarangs came to Ghana, I think it was the year 2000.
Okay, I wasn't involved in that one. So.
But you didn't hear that Shabarangs came?
No, I heard. Must be 200001.
Yeah, those times when the big star comes to Ghana, Charlie, it's a big deal. Shabarangs. Okay. So, of course, how, I don't like us to do rankings or anything, but how great is it? Because, we have Alvin Slaughter. Of course, we have Kirk Franklin, who has sort of changed, who began sort of a new move. So if you are placing American gospel musicians in some rank, how big is he?
I'll rather qualify them international gospel musicians.
Yes, international, yes, because America.
Because
they played as
big as he was to us,
it wasn't that big in America.
He may not have been as big to the typical American, because the genres of gospel music vary as you move from state to state.
America, they are some way.
And he was okay with his international ministry, which was huge, and that's what kept him moving.
So back to the matter. Would you say Alvin Slaughter and Ron Kinoli were in the same bracket?
But Alvin Slaughter will be a distant third or fourth to Ron Kinoli. Way distant.
Who will follow Ron Kinoli? You are talking American, and I'm listening to Americans who have sort of done music that the world has accepted. So, Kirk Franklin, even though it's from a different generation.
Kirk Franklin targeted the youth and particularly street youth.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't come with worship music the way we know it.
Radical.
Yes, you know.
In fact, his group was called Radical for something.
No, he didn't do Radical.
Radical
For Christ is Fred Hammond. Yeah, who also, when he came on Integrity Music, got the exponential leap.
So who is your number 2? I know you don't like doing rankings, but
okay, so my number 2, you know, I'm just Integrity Music biased. So I remember Lionel Peterson, but he's not American, he's South African.
He did same year, same time.
Yeah, but he was on Integrity Music as well.
One of his very popular albums, Lord Make Us Instruments of Your Peace, Jabulani Africa.
Yes.
And then he's very, very solid guy.
I had the cassette for that one.
It was very good. Peace,
Lord Make Us Instruments.
Is this original song?
That's his song.
Beautiful song. Jehovah knows, like the breath I need to live. Really, really good song. I will worship the Lord for He is worthy. So that's Lionel Peterson.
That's Lionel Peterson.
South African.
Yes, South African. Yes.
What cassette now?
So when the people like Hezekiah Walker and those people come into the music, are they more contemporary?
No, Hezekiah Walker them are church people. They are choir people who have been around for a long time.
Which of them sang with Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir? That would be Alvin Slaughter.
Alvin Slaughter used to be with Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir with Gloria Slaughter, the ex-wife.
You've taken me back when you mentioned Helen Baylor, because I mean Helen Baylor is. Do you have Helen Baylor cassettes?
Yes.
We even have highly recommended, which is one of the first ones. So,
I mean,
Lord, I hunger for holiness. Don't let the don't let the wounded soldier die.
Yes, don't let the wounded soldier die.
She then came to do a more contemporary ones later on, like I'm sold out to Jesus.
Sold out.
Helen Baylor was such a powerful voice.
Yeah. I mean, she was a secular musician.
Oh, who got converted?
Yes.
Oh, she had a great voice. I mean, I don't think there's a bit like Tina Turner in terms of the power in the voice. Very, very powerful voice. She had a very strong voice.
Well,
so she came to Ghana in the 80s or early 90s.
Early 90s, but she kept coming.
Yes, more regularly.
Yeah, she kept coming. Yeah. I remember Reverend Benson Tabil brought her to Ghana, where they did the Watch Night event. Was it a Watch Night event? When they started their annual program, they used to do that at the Kaneshi Sports Complex.
Yes. What's it called? Not Great House, the other one.
Yeah, so they did one where they brought Jesse, Reverend Jesse, the one who did Jesus is Alive and Well. They brought them to.
That is going to be like a group person. No, you group person.
Man.
You group person. No, but Helen Baylor or somebody else. But Ron Kenoli has done so well. And for me, when we're in the secondary school and university, because we're in these choirs, a lot of the songs, choir directors would listen to Ron Kenoli every day. Yeah. And the bass guitarist, I had a friend called Swinger. He would play they used to do something called thumbing. Evan Labero was like the greatest bassist they had ever seen, and he would do all kinds of things with the bass guitar that these musicians. My brother was a keyboardist. So, look, Ron Kenoli and what he's done, he brought contemporary gospel music to a certain level.
Yeah, I think like I don't know the space as well as you do, you know, but his influence was pretty profound in my house.
Your parents liked him?
Yes, growing up in a very Christian home.
Presby house.
The cassettes were everywhere.
Yeah.
And on the Sunday, the old man would put it in there and blare it. But also, growing up with friends who were discovering themselves as Christians and musicians, and the whole choir theme. Everybody. I think in that we might find actually his greatest influence for my generation, perhaps, in the sense that his songs introduced a lot of people to Christianity. They liked the songs before they even became Christian. So you have people doing their choreography or just learning their instruments or something based on that. So I share some sentiments of maybe, because if you even go through the American news wires today, and you look at the headlines, and then you go through the African news wires as well and their headlines, you'll see that there's a very heavy focus on his death as compared to
what is being reported in the States.
So a prophet would own his own home in a way.
Not necessarily, but I just think that
they don't know his.
We feel we felt him a bit differently, perhaps, than how they felt him.
He introduced us to contemporary gospel in a way.
And
he was the main.
When Samens broke down the sound behind him, because when I was here, I went out and you played the intro song before the chat to Samens started. I had always wanted. I used to say, why does this guy always have a calypso sort of beat to him? Like and as soon as you hear that, you know it's him.
Yes. Exactly.
And it was a pretty unique sound. At the time. So I think he's done his photos. And he used to come. I've seen a couple of interviews he's done
regularly to Ghana now. He started coming to Ghana more often.
Yeah, he was at Harvest Praise a few years ago.
Yes. I think he even wanted
the
to.
one we did at UPSA.
Yeah, I think he wanted to even adopt Ghana or something. He wanted to come and live in Ghana.
But I think he's only second to Andre Crouch.
Of course.
He's only second to Andre Crouch in terms of when you mention contemporary gospel music. Of course, Andrew Crouch also was dominating an otherwise white.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
He was because he did for PTL. Yeah. Remember PTL?
No, I'm not that old.
Oh,
you're old.
Praise the Lord Ministry.
Praise the Lord Ministries.
Yeah, PTL. The Assemblies of God PTL. Okay. What's his name? I forget the name. But that was the platform that pushed Andre Crouch.
Andre and Sandra Crouch.
No, Andre.
Is Sandra his sister or wife?
No, Sandra is a twin sister.
They are twins?
Yes.
So it's a bit like BB and Ceci Winans?
Yes. BB and Ceci are not twins.
But they are siblings?
They are siblings, yes. Yes.
But I also used to hear one of the Winans singing with Andre Crouch a lot. So there's this song, Let the Church Say Amen. There's a Winans guy who sings.
That's Marvin.
Is this Andre Crouch song?
Yeah, Let the Church Say Amen was a song Andre Crouch wrote but never recorded. But he used to minister. With it.
Charlie.
Okay, I remember he had a lot of such songs
that people were singing that he didn't sing
in fact,
himself.
when he last came to Ghana, he visited us.
Yeah.
I referred him to one of his songs.
Which one?
Take Me Deeper, Lord. Take me higher in you.
Is it?
Yes. And he said he never recorded. How did I hear it?
Somebody took the song and did it.
No, it was a church program. I just want to go higher in you.
I see.
So he has lots of. So he did that and recorded it with his permission.
But I'm happy to announce that for Andre Crouch, I interviewed him because he came to Harvest Praise and I was privileged to talk to him.
Yeah.
Lovely man. I never got to meet Ronkenoli personally, but I also got to meet Don Moen.
Oh yeah.
In the early 2000s.
I was there for that interview.
Let me ask you a question. Between Don Moen and Ron, who has influenced us more in Ghana? Because Ghanaians, when it comes to worship, Don Moen, when it comes to praise, Ron Kenoli. Like in the 90s, when I was in school, Don Moen's worship was something.
We don't have to pick.
No, but I'll hazard that one. In terms of impact.
This is Kotoka versus
impact. in terms of impact,
small time.
I will take Don Moen.
Yeah, Don Moen.
I'll take Don Moen because not because he's quote unquote better than Ron, but because he's had a longer time of, if you like, being on top.
My friends call him Don Mo.
And also, he's had his hands on a lot of productions.
Okay.
You remember this song that was popularized by Randy Rothwell?
Song is this?
Oh, I forget the
today
song.
There you pay. Today there, I'm not going to help you, Charlie. Today there, Charlie. You know your own phone.
I remember the song. No, so he became the headmaster for integrity.
Yeah.
So everybody's production, he had a hand in it.
No, Don Moen was solid. So the program we're looking for is called Destiny Summit. The one that Helen Baylor came.
Correct. Yes. Correct. I was there, but I.
No, Charlie.
Are we all getting a request for?
No, I'm going to play Righteousness, Peace, Joy in the Holy Ghost. One of his popular songs.
Sing Out.
By the way, which is his most popular song?
Out.
Wait. Which I think my best Ron Kelly song is Ancient of Days.
Sing out.
Please, Pastor Andrew Yossin has reminded me the other guy is Jesse Dixon. The one who came with Helen Baylor.
You are still on your own.
No, Pastor Yossin of KICC. He has sent me the thing. Even Pastor Joseph, you were there.
You grow too much.
No, we grow in grace.
You grow too much.
And you'll be an Enyanis, I mean.
So you said the guy is called what?
Reverend Jesse Dixon.
Wow. As Confessor Brown also came, right?
No, not that one.
Because we bought that cassette when he came to, or it was a different trip. The one they did with
Destiny Summit.
Okay, cool. So this is the Destiny Summit.
Yes.
Okay.
I
was asking, which is your favorite
Good
song?
Ebenezer Amankwa has sent it. It's Be Magnified. The one I said Randy Rothwell.
Be magnified, oh Lord. I have made it too small in my eyes.
That was written by Don Moen, but sung by
Randy
Rothwell.
But back to the question: which of Ron Kenoli's songs is your best?
Sing out
for you. What about you?
Righteousness, Peace, and Joy.
Caleb, what about you? You are a bit younger.
I'm more Don Moen than Ron.
Okay, same for you.
Yeah.
No, but I feel Ancients of Days as a work of music, in terms of, I mean, even the way he allowed everybody to express himself.
The session man.
Ancient of Days is, I mean, it's like the Hallelujah chorus of contemporary gospel for me.
I like happy,
clappy songs.
Sing
out the Lord is.
And the way it starts, it has vim.
Really, the temple.
Charlie boy, no mommy.
No, but which is the most popular song?
I think Ancient of Days.
Yeah.
I think for the solid rock on which I stand.
No, I think Ancient of Days. Ancient of Days.
Yeah.
And you know, each one represents something for a geographical area.
And especially
the ones with the Latin feel.
Yeah. And this worship song, All Honor, it was also very good. All glory, all power to you. Holy Father, we worship you. And then we're going up to the higher places. Going up to the higher place. There's a song he did which had 3 drummers.
Yeah, you like drummers, so
he did a song. It goes, sing a victory song in the time of war. That song had. Listen, you know what I'm talking about? He had 3 drummers drumming simultaneously to do a song. I've never seen that before. It's a beautiful song.
Please, you give me singer.
No. Please, you see,
you have to pay.
Sames has given us the history. Give me the song.
And on. I knew that song.
You didn't know that.
I knew that song.
A palace of praise, a throne of thanksgiving, made for the King of Kings. Sing out a joyful song. His love goes on.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Glory surrounds us, filling His temple here. Sing out.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. More when we come back. Stay with us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
When you hit the road, anything can happen. Drive with motor insurance that's fast, reliable, and always there when it matters. Whether it is comprehensive motor insurance, third-party fire and theft, or third-party only, Provident Insurance will sort you out. Insure or renew from January to March and enjoy fuel coupons and exclusive branded souvenirs. Terms and conditions apply. Drive confident. Drive protected. Visit any Provident Insurance branch nationwide, our agency outlets, or licensed brokers. You can also call 050-937-4928 for inquiries, or visit providencegh.com for more information. Remember, Ghana card is required for individuals and TIN number for corporate clients, and for all motor insurance transactions in line with NIC directives.
With Provident, plan your cover. Looking to study at a trusted university with strong values-based education? Welcome to Heritage Christian University, located in Accra and fully accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. At Heritage Christian University, we offer more than a degree. You will learn from experienced scholar practitioners, gain professional certifications, and enjoy en-suite hostel facilities in a safe, secure campus. We offer affordable programs in nursing, midwifery, computer science, multimedia, IT, communication, psychology, theology, and business administration. Enjoy hands-on learning, professional certifications, and top-up options for WAS, HND, and diploma holders. Mature students over 25 are also welcome. Admissions are open for January, March, and September. Get started today. Apply online at www.hcu.edu.gh. For enquiries, WhatsApp us on +233 547 777 731 or +233 202 298 399.
My friends, I'm a very happy man. Let me share my testimony. I needed a home at a prime location, but I didn't have enough money. The little I had was too small to buy even a studio apartment, but a friend of mine introduced me to invest to own from Priority View Homes. I invested the little money I had for only 2 years. True to their word, at the maturity date, I qualified for a 2-bedroom luxury apartment at a prime location in Accra. Now look at me, living in my own home without the usual hassle. If you want a stress-free home to live in, I would advise you to sign up to their invest-to-own policy and say cheers to a new home. You may call Priority View Homes Limited on 055-588-2294, 055-588-2294, and you will never regret you did. Priority View Homes. There's no place like home.
This is not just talk. This is scrutiny. Policies dissected, promises questioned, solutions demanded. Urban challenges, national priorities, real questions that move Ghana forward. Trusted by the public, respected by decision makers. The Citi Breakfast Show, Ghana's biggest morning show, because development starts with truth. The Citi Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Time check in the studio, 9:30, and in studio friends from the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. And we're here to talk about the Certified Strategy Professionals. They have a beautiful campus now at this Legon. I visited them sometime last year, and you can't believe what they've done there. Jeff Bassi, the coordinator, is here to talk to us about the CSP program. Jeff, Happy New Year, welcome.
Thank you so much. Indeed, this is the first time we are meeting this year.
Yes, please. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
Amazing. How have you been?
God is good.
And all the time?
Yes, sir. God is good.
So how is the Institute doing? You have a new head office now. It's looking really nice. How are things?
Yes, indeed. By God's grace, we are thriving. God has been extremely good to us.
Mm-hmm.
This is our 9th cohort we are about to talk of, and the last 8 cohorts have seen more than 600 persons, or let me say 600 managers and professionals, because you strictly have to be in a managerial role to take a program with us. So 600 persons have gone through, and here we are preparing to take off with our 9th cohort.
So your flagship is the Professional Strategy course?
Precisely, professional certification. It's actually an executive certification in strategy, except that if you wish to write the professional certification exam, the content is built such that you have standard knowledge in strategy, and at the same time you could also sit for the global certification exam in strategy.
What are the key content areas for this strategy program?
Very well. So there are 8 modules. It's actually an 8 week program, and so 8 modules. We focus on a module per week. The very first module is understanding the environment of strategy. I've ever shared a research undertaken by Boston Consulting Group on this platform, how managers at the various layers, I mean, the lowest layer of management are those down there who, manage people in activities. I'm hoping 78% of those might be in managerial roles, but they don't quite understand what strategy is. Then those are the middle, senior managers, if you may, who manage managers, still have more than 50% of them. But the shocker is those who rise to the C-suite executive level, having close to 30% of them not appreciating strategy. I always say that if you really want to rise to the top in corporates, strategy knowledge is imperative. You can't do without. So module number 1 takes time to help our trainees appreciate the environment of strategy, how corporate level strategy trickles down to business level, and how functional strategies must be analogous to corporate level. Module number 2 focuses on strategic planning process, the whole idea of strategic planning. This first quarter, the 2026 first quarter, we have been booked by 22 companies. We are down with 7 so far to lead them in formulating their strategy for 2026. And just when you stand in front of them, then you start noticing all the flaws. And so we take our time to walk our trainees through strategic planning process. Module number 3 is strategy formulation, more or less like even if you have a long-term strategy plan, say 5 years, every year you have to go back to reformulate a strategy, because really, Bernard, developing a competitive strategy is about relating an organization to its environment. So when the external environmental factors are changing, it only makes sense that you readjust the strategy to suit the external environment, because really, when the rate of change on the outside exceeds the rate of change on the inside, the end to that establishment is in sight. Module number 4 is on competitive and growth strategy. Driving a competitive and growth strategy. Module number 5 is on organizational change and transformation.
Great.
Indeed, the era we are in now, I always say that size is even no longer an advantage to any company. We are large, we do big ticket deals. It's no longer. It's about innovation and speed.
Correct.
So every time the organization got to be managing change. And for me, change management is a leadership and strategy agenda. And if you do not navigate it very carefully, then an organization that was once thriving could find itself at the wrong side if you do not conduct your situational analysis frequently. Module number 6 is on strategic governance. Strategy flows from the board level, and I always say the true custodian of the strategy plan is the board. It's more like the blue sky, dark cloud concept, where the board paints that picture. If resources, if competition were not challenges, where do we want to see this organization? And then the management team, led by the CEO, then navigate the dark clouds in order to arrive at that blue sky. And so we also look at the governance of strategy. Module number 7, a very critical module, which is on strategy execution. McKinsey Consulting Group sought to suggest that 48.6% of all companies that go through the trouble of strategy development and strategy plans don't actually have their strategy seeing the light of day. And 48.6, that's a near 50. It's more like half of all companies that go through the trouble. So we take time to walk our trainees through or train them in strategy execution, how to come up with implementation plan, how to align the functional strategies to the communication, and then the control and the risk element of the strategy, because there will be a lot of external shocks that will hit the strategy along the line. How do you build in, for want of a composite expression, how do you build in shock absorbers so that the strategy can survive? And the final one is on strategic plan presentation. So module number 8 is a peculiar one where we don't teach, but depending on the industry you are coming from, you are put into those groups, and then you develop strategic plans and present to a panel who will then look at it and then make corrections, and that is where the real learning comes. So it's more like the 8th meeting is an opportunity to put into practice all the 7 modules you would have gone through previously. So these are the modules that make the executive programming strategy.
Or 9?
8
modules. Now, let's talk about the structure and the duration of the course.
Very well. It's an 8-week course, an 8 modular course run.
So
in
1 week,
8
one
weeks.
1 week, one module.
Precisely so. Okay. And we take tuition. Physical option is Saturdays only, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. At our Executive Training Center on the Mensvik Hotel stretch. It's actually Lagos Avenue, but in Ghana we are not used to names of a street. So on the Lagos Avenue stretch, right behind GT Bank, is our Executive Center. 10 a.m.
Not far from the French school.
Precisely so. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is the physical tuition option. Otherwise, you sign up for the online option, which runs on Sundays only, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. The good thing is that our trainees have the liberty to switch between the two options.
Wonderful.
So every weekend, you decide what suits your schedule. You can stick to one or through. Otherwise, you can also have a hybrid of the two for the 8 weeks.
Who qualifies to take this certified strategy professional course?
Right. So simply, you have to be in a managerial role, and it doesn't matter which level of management, whether at executive level management, mid-level, or line level management, doesn't really matter. Once you are in a managerial role, you are qualified. There are also professionals who may not be occupying management roles, but technically they've grown in their area, like an engineers. We've had a few military officers, and indeed we have invitations to deliver lectures at the military academy.
Wonderful.
Just as we'll be doing for the Parliament House of Ghana sometime next week. If you are a professional, whether you are a military person, engineer, a lawyer, an accountant, you can come through. What we do not take is the rank and file. I just finished first degree. I'm done with my national service. Can I take your course? You don't. No. You can't quite understand
the
content.
That's right. The context.
Very good. And recently we've added another group who are entrepreneurs. Correct. If you are the founder and owner of the organization, you obviously are operating at a strategic level. So you're also welcome to join this program.
You give plenty assignments.
No. We don't actually do assignment. Aside the case study they do at the end so that they can practicalize everything they have listened to. Because of the caliber of people we have, they are normally top executives, and so they don't really have a lot of time for assignments.
When does the next cohort start, and how does one register?
Very well. The next immediate cohort takes off on February 28th.
Okay.
Saturday, February 28th. Otherwise, those doing the online will take off on Sunday, March 1 or 1st March. And that is the 9th cohort. And simply put, if you want to have all details, including how to register, the course fee and all of that, even our instructors, we have very great, strategy experts and, corporate chiefs who deliver these lectures. Just reach us on our hotline, 0244 26 86 72.
Can you repeat that?
That number again is 0244 26 86 72. Every single information you require will be shared with you via WhatsApp, and then you make a decision to take the course. However, this Saturday we're running our information session as we always do.
On digital?
Yes, a virtual session about 30-40 minutes for those who have questions to ask. It's free. And so once you contact us by sending your name through WhatsApp on the number I mentioned, 0244 268672, you'll be given all details of the course, but you will also be invited to a free information session happening this Saturday around 4 p.m. Every detail will be shared so that those who listen in can then make a decision.
Can you repeat how to get on the Saturday information session?
Yes, so you simply send us a quick WhatsApp with your name. So
the number is 0244
yeah
268672.
Once you WhatsApp your name or text your name by WhatsApp to that number, the link to the free information session happening Saturday will be shared with you.
Then once you go through information, you know the way the course dynamics are.
Precisely.
And then you can register before the 28th.
Precisely so.
Wonderful. So we've been talking to Jeff Bassey, coordinator of the Certified Strategy Professionals Program. It's a course that's 8 weeks, and they do many things. They have a beautiful place at East Legon. Drive through. It's near Lagos Avenue and behind the GT Bank. And once you get to the campus, you'll get somebody to talk to you as well. Jeff, it's good to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Town.
We are grateful.
All the best.
By the devil too long, we're gonna tear that devil's kingdom down. What he said was his. Church It's been hours all along. Tonight, we're gonna tear that devil's kingdom down. We're going up to the high places. We're going up to the high places. We're going up to the high places to tear the devil's kingdom down. Sing it again. Let's go up.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Be bold. We're gonna tear the devil's kingdom down. We're gonna reclaim everything that devil stole. We're gonna tear the devil's kingdom down. Let's go up, going up to the high place. We're going up to the high place. We're going up to the high place.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Electroland, Chadia who draws so quaba, would they bet you what for Valentine you? Yeah, ma with discounts, I won't TV that. Any Chadia son qua every top brands, Nina. Who bet me no do for 8 year don you more every Samsung, TCL and Nasco home theaters numu. Namasia Shesini, ye LED smart TV neso. Muya Masadi top air conditioners na jojomo ho. Who bet me so the bedside fridge no actually with champagne. Namasadi 4 to 6 grill ni oven gas cooker no. And your daddy ane. Toya top or front load washing machines no that fast shock you wado for them. Koye showroom and now call www.electrolandgh.com. Our friend was 050-315-9739. Electroland Ghana Limited. Yeah, bakwa. E won name nyama. Fe na ne bo dafem.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-32231. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
When the lights go off, when water won't flow, when rent goes up and wages don't, someone must ask the hard questions. Someone must speak for the people who don't have microphones. That voice is the Citi Breakfast Show, holding power accountable, championing national development, reflecting the true state of Ghana. Weekday mornings on 97.3 Citi FM, the Citi Breakfast Show, your voice, your country. The Citi Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
MontyOaks.com exclusive.
It's 46:59 and we have friends from Life Source School in the studio. A new school that is transforming how education is delivered and want to get to hear more about their story and what their promise is, I have Mr. Ofosu Ofori in the studio. He's the CEO of LifeSource. He's here together with Dr. Culpeper Ofori, founder and CEO of LifeSource as well. Good to have you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So let's get to know about LifeSource. What's the story behind LifeSource?
Well, the story behind LifeSource is I have a school in the United States.
Right.
It's been going for about 13, 14 years.
Right.
And we transform that community. We purposely put our school in a low social economic area,
Right.
because we wanted to transform the lives of those students. We did a needs assessment, and we saw that those students needed more reading, more comprehension, more critical thinking, problem solving, more even social and personal problem solving amongst
Right.
one another. And so we put together a program, and that community has been transformed because of LifeSource.
Right.
And so we're doing the same thing for Ghana. We've done a needs assessment on Ghana, and we really saw that Ghana needs industry. It needs jobs. It needs sustainable agriculture. And so those are the three top things that we are focusing on to meet those needs, with the way we're going to train our girls, the way we're going to educate them, the way we're going to create them to be leaders, and we're going to create them to be job makers, not job seekers. And we're going to, in not just create jobs, but in industries that they're interested in and passionate about,
Right.
as well.
Right. No, so is this, you mentioned how you train your girls. So is it a secondary school? Is it a girls' school? Is it mixed? What level are you operating at?
We're operating at JSS 1
Okay.
through A levels.
Okay, JHS 1 to A level. Okay.
And it's boarding. We do Cambridge. We do a Cambridge, but it's a hybrid of a Cambridge.
Okay.
It's integrated with a lot of American curriculum, and including the American way, how they teach problem solving, critical thinking, even entrepreneurship. So we've taken, kind of a hodgepodge of a lot of different worlds and created our own hybrid of Cambridge as well.
Okay. No. So how locally relevant is it? Because I see that you're bringing in a lot of experience from the U.S., how you've used education to transform the communities where you've been. But this is a different setup. So in going about and doing your needs assessment, analysis, and all of that, how different is your approach, and how culturally relevant is it to the market here?
It's extremely culturally relevant. As a matter of fact, I'm an expert in the United States at teaching culturally relevant curriculum and the brain. Culturally responsive, relevant curriculum and the brain. And it's a certain teaching method that I've trained my teachers on, where they can teach and they take parts of the culture into the teaching, even into Cambridge, and make it more relevant to them. And it really grows their intelligence, their intellectual capacity, because they have a true connection to it, and they can use that information and those skills in their everyday life.
So again, this is a girls' school.
All girls boarding.
It's an all girls boarding school. Okay, and it's running from JHS 1 to A levels.
Exactly.
Interesting. Where is it located though?
In a palm.
Okay.
Palm Junction,
Right.
in Kamu. It's like a kilometer from the junction.
Right.
On the Devrampon Road.
Okay.
Yes.
De Rampon Road. How long have you been in existence?
We started in August of last year.
Okay.
Yeah, but the facility we built it up, I think I want to say 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's a boarding school.
It is a boarding school.
That's exciting. And then, so after some time, if we've done this, before I get to what you are envisioning for the school in some 10, 15 years, where LifeSource will be, let's talk about the structure of the curriculum and how you're preparing the girls as well. A lot of the times people think, oh, we're going to get out of school. They're preparing us for exams, you're done and you move on. But we're looking at competing globally, churning out students who will thrive beyond the classroom and compete globally. How are you focusing on that?
Well, again, we also teach 7 habits of a leader to our students and our teachers. Right. So I've done those trainings for many, many years in our school in U.S., and so I brought that training here. And the 7 habits are not just things that we recite and we say we're going to do. We're actually doing them. And those are ways for our students to learn how to collaborate with one another opposed to compete with one another. Because a lot of we have a serious project-based curriculum. We have science lab, a fully functional
project-based curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
A fully functional science lab. Mm-hmm. And one of our greatest sciences is agriculture, because I told you that was a need.
Right.
So I made sure we had a huge agriculture. We're on a land of about 10 acres.
10 acres.
10 acres. And then so 8 of those acres are going to be in farming. And the students can, we're going to choose what kind of foods we're going to grow. We're going to teach the students how to cook the food for themselves to sustain themselves.
Right.
And also, we're going to teach them how to preserve that food, package that food, market that food. MasterCard even has a market, Ghana Mall, where they're going to be able to display their food, and they get to keep the proceeds of whatever they sell.
Right.
So we are giving them everyone should leave our school with a business plan.
Okay.
From financials all the way to how to manage staff.
Right.
A true business plan that when they leave, they'll have the skills to open their own business, start their own industries, and we're hoping that in the end that we will see a market growth in Ghana industries. And right now we're all girls, and we know the boys need a shot at this too, because it's a wonderful opportunity for anyone.
Are there plans for the boys too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna start their quarters. We just have to get their quarters.
Okay.
They're facilitated, and then they'll be able to come maybe in a year or two.
That's exciting. Who are some of your partners?
Nana Rice is one of them. And also MasterCard is our partner. Okay. We're looking for other partners, other industries that want to invest in these girls and want to invest in this endeavor, because this is a one-of-a-kind thing. And even the facilities that we have built for these girls is better than the one we have in the U.S.
Wow.
By far.
What you've built here in Ghana.
Yes.
Tell me, what are some of the facilities? Give me a quick mental tour of what I should see when I come to your campus.
Well, if you go to lifesourceghana.org,
okay,
you will see we have a beautiful, beautiful auditorium. We have a cafeteria that's like state-of-the-art cafeteria. I mean, when you eat, you really gonna enjoy your food.
It's very important. The cafeteria is very important. So lifesource.org?
Yeah, lifesourceghana.org.
Okay. Okay, lifesourceghana.org. Let me see what I can see. All right.
And
okay.
The girls, the uniforms are really nice. They feel very smart.
Right.
In their uniforms. But also there was one, we give our girls a passion assessment when they come in.
Passion assessment.
A passion assessment.
What's that?
Because we want them, whatever industry they decide to go into, we want them to be passionate about it. We want them to see what their gifts are, what areas are your gifts and your passions, because that's when your life thrives.
Right.
As well. So it's not just to make Ghana thrive, but they have to have some kind of wellness and solace to that too, right?
Very important.
So based on the passion assessment, MasterCard has partnered with us and said, okay, if your students are passionate in photography and movie production, and whatever, pharmacy or something like that, they are actually bringing the training to those girls, whatever their passion indicates. And we are helping them build a business plan for that industry. So when they leave, and not only that, they're doing one more wonderful thing, is our A-level girls actually have an internship through MasterCard. They have all these industries where they're going to place our girls and get a paid internship.
Nice.
So they'll be working like part-time or quarter-time and still taking their courses, of course, but they'll be actually working in those industries where their passion is.
So are you open? Is admission in progress? What's the intake? What's the qualification? How can we get in touch with you?
Well, the mission is in progress, and especially for next school year, but we still have room this school year.
Right.
And we have scholarships as well. We have partial scholarships, full scholarships. What we are looking for is not, because I know our JSS 3 girls are taking the BEC.
Mm-hmm.
So BEC is good. Doing well on the BEC is great. But we want girls who want to elevate Ghana.
Right.
And build industries of Ghana. If you have a passion for that and you feel like you're a leader and you could be a leader in that industry, that's who we're looking for. There's no real test qualifications. I know there's a lot of exams going on here and there, but we're not really looking at that.
Okay.
We're just looking at your intent.
Okay.
You know, when you come.
Okay.
And but we do give our students assessments the first day they come in. They get a reading assessment and a math assessment.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not looking to cancel anybody out. We're looking to include them because we offer tutoring and things like that to bring them up the grade level.
Some parents want to know what your fees are like. For those who will not be on scholarship, for example,
Mm-hmm.
what's your fee like?
Our fee are very low cost, and I do want to say, just because we're offering a service at a low cost doesn't mean it's not of great value.
Excellent.
We have invested in Ghana. Our own money is invested in Ghana. So our fees, our full fees, are 72,000 Ghana a year.
Right.
We have 2 semesters, so the whole 2 semester is 72,000 Ghana. And the only thing the parent has to purchase is their mattress and their uniform.
That's all a parent needs to buy.
That's the only outside cost.
But you're saying the value of the education a year is $72,000.
That's right.
Cedis.
Cedis, yeah, Ghana cedis.
Oh, sorry, 72,000 CDs, not dollars. I'm sorry.
For the whole year.
Yeah, but the value of the education is
so much more.
It's priceless.
But you're saying all a parent needs to do is to take care of the mattress, and then what else?
And the uniforms.
Look, give us your contact numbers. I start calling you.
It is 055 955 22
okay
63
055 955 2233
2263.
Oh, 2263. Okay, so when we call, we'll say, okay, we want to bring our kids to school.
That's right.
Sheba will call you soon and say, oh, my kid brother is coming to school. No, it's a girls' school for now.
It is a girls'
Sheba,
school.
sorry, this is for girls. After a year, we'll be taking some boys, right? Let's take your very final words, Dr. Culpepper Ofori, CEO and founder of Life Source School.
Well, I just want to say, don't count yourself out. Count yourself in. I think this is a beautiful opportunity. This is something that's been inspired from a very good place, and it's not for us to take anything from Ghana, but it just is all in service to Ghana. And we're organizing bus trips. Parents, a lot of parents want to come to the school and see the school, so call that number.
Right.
And because we're organizing bus trips for students and the parents to come. So if they want to get on the list to get a bus out to a Palm, call us and give us a call so they can just come see.
Fantastic.
You know, just come see and everything will be fine.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Culpepper Ofori, founder and CEO of Life Source School. Thank you too. We'll do all to call and we will come on and give it a try. Shiva, you say I've embarrassed you. Good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
No, that I know the song. You didn't tell me early.
You disappointed the Preachers Kids Association,
I didn't know the one I knew was a Ron Kenoli song. I'm sorry.
Pentecost bar.
What's the news?
Coming up, Chairman Wontumi declares intention to contest